Can everybody come into stream? There's still 3 more people. There's still 3 more people who are just not. Hello?
I think we just tried.
Okay then. I mean, they don't want to listen, then the problem, I guess. Alright. I'm just gonna start with that. You guys know the callouts, right? Or do you want me to go over them again?
I think it would be nice if you can like repeat the call outs.
Okay then. I'll go over the callouts again then. So these callouts are really important, but I mean if you want, then you can just, like, this is HUD. You can just call it that because, you know, spies could be on here pre-game, like the setup. This is just like, you can just call this like left side of spawn if you're like on attack or whatever, and then this is just like hill or mount. Right, this here is pallets. Underneath here, this entire area is all pallets because of this thing. Up here, you can just call this house. So this entire area is like house or warehouse, whatever. Then this is called cliff. Once you get to this side here, it's called logs. This is drop down. Heavy glitch here. This is tunnel. This is just main. So yeah, this entire area up here is called main. This I just like to call this area shelves. And then here's just another like peeking area. We can call this window. You know, this is a good place to call window. Oh, hi Tabby. Okay, so yeah, this is window. Again, this is just like HUD for a second.
I thought they said they were doing brute and
Yeah, but I was talking to them and I said like it's not a good idea for a new team to keep switching maps all the time. Plus, brute and Borneo is like a, you know, for a new team with no fundamentals.
So
yeah, like you need the fundamentals first before you try going for like off picks, you know.
On that note, you guys should also probably try to stick to your classes as well. Like,
yeah, keep to like at least consistent like enough roster. It's not a good idea to just like or at least it's not a good idea to constantly switch whatever classes your players are playing.
that
You need
and
the
like
experience on
constantly
that.
switching the main call is kind of stupid if you ask me.
Yeah, have consistency. If not, you guys are not gonna get literally no practice. Oh, there goes somebody. I think that was Vicky. But yeah, so please try to at least maintain that consistency. Learn the basics first before you try to go over anything else. All right. Anyways, yeah. So this is just main. You can call this HUD or roof. This is shutter. Oh yeah, shutter. We don't like. Yeah. So this is the shutter. This is spawn. This little place underneath here is just like a place for spy to hide in for spawn camping. There's not really any call out, but if you want, you can call it connector, I guess. Yeah, this is just tracks. If you want, you can call this crane, though this is not a very useful call out as much. And then this, actually, yeah, this is just usually like the head glitch spot for heavy or soldier. So you can either choose like call this like shed or something and then call this roof, or you can call this shed and then this roof. But you just need to make sure that your team knows which is which. Personally, you don't really need to use this call out for roof, so I just call this like shed or something, because this roof area is more important, in my opinion. No one's really going to be landing up here since you have a gun. Anyways, yeah, this is called either elbow or side tunnel. This is just tracks again. So, and then this is just like, yeah, main tunnel or like just tunnel. So this area here. Once you guys once the second is capped, sorry, once third is capped, this will be the forward spawn for blue. So you guys will be spawning through here once you actually manage to cap. Then, yeah. So moving on, this is still tracks again. These are stairs, so you can just like keep with this wall like that. The sniper. This over here. Oh, hi, Mugen CP. Yeah, this is called lockers. This is just yeah, this is just like what's it called? Going out into like cliff, I think. No, sorry, yeah, cliff here. So this is lockers. You just got the cliff, and then this right here is called like shoulder. Not really too important for a call out, but it's useful for spies and stuff. So if there's a spy like hiding over there, you can call out shoulder. Again, this is main. You can call this here cubby, though Red is pretty much always going to be playing around this area in main, so you should know where they are by then. And if not, then the callouts is again set cliff, because that's the only other place they can play. This right here is called secrets, secret or crate, but I just call it secret or under. That also works. So yeah, this is a flank option. This connects to like a cliff over there from tracks like this. So yeah, keep that in mind. Moving on, there's not really any specific call out for here. This is just like main or tracks again. This is called red room or servers because servers. Yeah, this is connected from this door over here on main. So you can walk out like this and go up through. This is bedroom. Then over here is like the flank area. This upper area here, like this area here, is called Kachow, including this roof. And then this area here is just like flank. This spot here is called flank, and then on the lower area you can call this cliff. Something that's important to note about cliff is that one, it connects all the way to like the red room here, as well as Kachow, and there's a way to get the access it from under. There's another under on last, which goes up to them to like tracks on main. Then the next few callouts is not really too important. This is just like a spawn. This is basically just where like your combo is gonna be playing. And then I just called this area under here sewer because people who play here are rats. So yeah, this is called sewer. It's mostly important for spy callouts. So yeah, try to, or you can just say like underneath some, like whatever the callout that you want to have this as. Though we don't really use this as a callout. It's like, oh, combo play left, go right, things like that. Any questions for the callouts, or you want me to repeat any points? If not, then I'm just gonna continue to do like attack and defense.
I think we are okay.
Okay then. So I'll start with first. On first with attack, essentially what you're gonna be doing is you have two options here. You either have the combo immediately go up through like to mount while having card pushes. Also, please clear stickies. All right. Please sticky check all over the place. Like they can be up here on the sides. It's pretty brutal. It can be up here. Like I've also seen up here, but mostly like this area up here is very annoying because you need to be able to get out to try and shoot them. So yeah. So watch out for stickies. If you guys choose to go like contest mount immediately and like try to maybe take a sniper duel or like contest main like that, then Scout and NG can just like push card and try to go as far as they can. Most likely they're gonna end up to around here and maybe slightly further ahead before they start getting picked off by like a sniper or heavy, maybe even a sentry if it's very aggressive. So yeah. Then the second option, if you got for your start, is your flanks immediately go through like house here, and maybe even your combo like heavy can come over and help clear out like this warehouse. It's always a good idea to also just clear out pallets, just check to see if there's anybody hiding. Because sometimes there could be like a heavy sitting on this and hit glitching on the pallet here. Maybe there's like a spy somewhere, so you can just like toss a couple shots, check, just see if there's anything. And also just like and very rarely if the other team is like throwing or something, there could be like a sentry here. Apparently, because Asia is funny like that. But otherwise, once you end up clearing warehouse, then you're gonna be just getting ready to your combo is gonna probably rotate back through here and like help just main or at least help your sniper take space so that your sniper can peek out safely, while your flanks are gonna be applying pressure through cliff here. So what they're going to be doing at flanks is like your soldier can like spam the gun, just make them look at you and have to like divide their attention and spam like both this way as well as there. It also helps because then their sniper can't take as an aggressive of angle, because if they want to, they can peek a lot deeper, like either peeking through here or even from here. Because the thing is, if the sniper isn't careful or if the combo isn't careful, the flanks can just rush up, kill the sniper, and then run away. And it's worked before. And when the sniper dies, you pretty much get point for free, because you have this entire sideline to yourselves. Otherwise, if you find that maybe like mount isn't working or you're not really able to get the pressure out and move forward, your comp is a good idea not to stagnate. So your combo can actually rotate through grass like this, and then try to actually take the fight over from cliffside like that. So now you guys can like try to fight them head on. Usually this is a soft hold, so you shouldn't be expecting them to use, but sometimes an Uber exchange does happen here, though it's not common. So
Also,
yeah.
also, right, like I remember playing with your team for a bit on like this, and I got really pissed off. I think I almost shouted at you guys. It's because like you have to understand there are two places the combo will hold on, like this first, like when you're attacking after first point, like going to second, right? So they will either hold up top on the hill, or they hold on like inside the tunnel, the side tunnel. So over here is the hill. They'll usually hold here because they don't want the sniper to like peek your medic, right? And then there's also to the right where this is the side tunnel, which is basically where they'll go to watch card. So there are two places the combo can be, right? When our spy called the combo was in side tunnel, I wanted to push uphill, and nobody walked out with me, and I was kind of pissed off because I think I was playing medic. Yeah. So basically, once you find out where the combo is, you can push the opposite side of them to catch them off guard, and it lets you like close in on them and take space. So basically, if the combo's on hill and like there's a sniper watching you and you can't do anything, you can go side tunnel. If you have side tunnel, you can push hill. You don't have to meet them head on.
Yeah, but it does depend on how you want to play. Obviously, that idea is very like aggressive, but it can work if you manage to like make the timing right and you're fast about it. So definitely there's an option. And if you want to, then you can pinch like this. Usually on defense, teams are not so aggressive unless it's like a really, really good opportunity, which I'm trusting that Tabby saw one, which is why he called for it. But otherwise, usually what's going to be happening is your combo, like your demo man and sniper are usually going to be playing on hill like this and just like spamming over and applying pressure, while your sniper is just going to be like contesting them, not over peeking, because then your sniper will get caught out and die. Then there's going to be your flanks and heavy interchangeably can be either on this roof or watching side tunnel. Usually there's usually heavy can like hold this corner, and then there's like jiggle peek or shoulder peek like this to just like contest anything trying to get out. And if needed, right, your heavy can just like stand back here to get an arrow from your mid or just eat. Then your soldier and scout can be either playing on this roof, like spamming in the tunnel and like helping out, or just like rotating around just to help spam. Usually, as a scout, I just like to rotate back and forth to help, like whichever side needs it. And if not, I'll be spy checking and stuff. Other than that, yeah, this is pretty much kind of standard. Your sniper's just going to be applying pressure off of main so that they can't walk up safely. And if they do choose to use like through main, then they have to use early if your sniper's still alive. So that's like a really important amount of pressure, since this sideline can be so like oppressive. And then the demo as well, being able to spam off the high ground is very useful. So that's how you can expect the combo to be playing. Anyways, if you're on attack, you have two options or like two common options. So the first one is the most like normal, quote unquote normal, which is just going up through like this hill or main like that, and then just trying to like fight through directly from this area. Usually also something that's important is to make sure that when you push, you're using it on your terms, because this is one of those times where like you get to choose when to push since they have to hold the point. So things that could be useful for pushing is like that you might want to take into account is things like Uber ad, like your situation with Uber. So if you have it and they don't, then you can like use into them and like drive them out. If you have player ad, so like if you have a lot more like players up, so maybe they're like up 6 and you're up 9, then you can definitely like win the fight since you just have more numbers, or at least you should be winning the fight. Then there can also be gun or sniper ad, because if there's no sniper, like on certain points, yeah, if there's no sniper, then you can do a lot. For example, on second point, if their sniper dies and you're on attack, you can definitely just push up because there's nothing to like force you off, and your medic isn't a threat of just dropping the Uber, so you can actually like milk it all the way up until here if you manage to push the demo off. Then you can use on your terms since you can use around the corner like this. And if there's no gun on this point, then it's actually it's actually very possible for maybe a soldier to jump in, maybe from tunnel. Your scout and NG can just be capping or like putting pressure on hard and tunnel. Then your combo can also be walking up without like the fear of this. So the jump from the soldier can actually do a lot to initiate for you. So that's why a gun is useful. You can coordinate with your spy. Your spy can like hide here, decloak here, decloak behind here. Even like brain. There's a lot of spots for your spy to decloak. So if possible, you can try to coordinate with them to see how you can get like a sap. But if not, then you can still also get your spy can still play off of like whatever's happening. So maybe that could be like using an enforcer and shooting the gun from behind, getting the team to look behind, getting the players to like send people to chase after the spy, or like at least take attention away while like your team is getting value by pushing out. So that's one thing you can do for attack. I would say that's probably one of the better ways to deal with it from pushing on main. Then the other option is like usually the more aggressive one, where basically as you are about to cap second, like here, your Scout and NG are still going to be pushing card, but the combo actually rotates to drop down because this is going to open up. And then as soon as it opens up, you guys are going to be rushing down side tunnel or elbow like this, and just using around the corner to try and like catch them off guard while they're either still sending up or because they're expecting you to go on main. This is the most useful when they don't have info on where you are. So for example, maybe the spy is dead. Then you can just use that opportunity to rush in like this and then try to get a kill. Or try to at least get like a fast use. It's a good way to be aggressive if you are able to like hound them really hard. So that's how you're going to be doing. That's how you're going to be playing offense, like on offense. Other than that, you just want to make sure that your medic doesn't die to the sniper. So just like stay around here, avoid peeking so that you don't throw and die. Otherwise, you just like sit back just to make sure that you don't get killed. Your pyro should again be like checking around, protecting your med. And if you really need to, then the pyro can walk up and reflect more to help out like the demo, and the medic just needs to be more like spy alert. Your heavy has a couple options, either going up with a combo, which I don't really recommend, or playing around flank side. Because heavy can have a lot of value, just like being here to lock out the flank, like to lock out tunnel, as well as like your NG maybe having a sentry behind as well. Though there could possibly be a sentry up here, but like this is really really unlikely because of the fact that they're going to be having control over this entire area. So yeah, tunnel is kind of a place where you guys can actually have a little bit of a setup. So maybe like your heavy can be revved up around like elbow, and then the gun can be watching around main like this. And then because of that, you guys have like more control over this area. Then also because since heavy is close around elbow, if you guys actually end up using, then your heavy can actually peek out like this and then start like shooting, dealing damage from the side. So yeah, that's one of the ways you guys can actually have your combo set up if you choose to play like through main. And then if not, when you guys are using through like side tunnel, then your heavy is going to be just like behind you. and then he's gonna be following up, peeking after you guys like in post. All right, so that's second. Anyways, as soon as you guys like have control of second, your NG and your scout are just gonna be pushing card, because I mean there's a lot of space to cover. And then your combo has two options again, but the more common one, or at least the one I'm more familiar with, is your combo immediately rotating through like shutter into lockers. So not through here, okay? This is the first one. This is like the shelf. You go through the locker. All right. So once you get through lockers, you can walk up onto like cliff, and then from here, you can either like get your demo or your soldier to spam. Maybe your heavy can like rotate all the way over to here, so that he can like either shoot from this area or like deny this spot from being used. So maybe if like maybe if like the heavy is playing in under like this, then they can have value by like pinching you guys or peeking out when you guys are like contesting. So that's one way they can actually decide to play. If not, then your heavy themselves can actually go through under like that and then be here to peek at them, instead of going through like cliffside themselves. Your sniper has a couple options as well. They can either like be playing with the combo, but then again they need to be protected by your combo, and then they can have like a more aggressive peek from here. But the main downside is the fact that they'll be eating the same spam as your combo is. And then the other option is like peeking around from like main or like this staircase here. So you can just like walk out, try to peek from there, even peek from like shelf, just to try and get like a deep angle. So this is gonna force them to not really peek out so aggressively. And the further up that you can go, the more aggressive of the angle you get, obviously. The other option is playing from the other main option is just playing from like main tracks here. But this is not really that recommended because of the fact that you're playing on low ground and in a choke point. So you don't really have a lot of places to go, and their demo man is gonna be very, very strong on this area. So not super recommended. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to like explain about why this is bad, besides just the fact that yeah, you're on low ground, demo man can spam, open sideline, so you have to use early if the sniper's alive. So yeah, you don't really get a lot of leverage by trying to push this area. You can only really push this if like they are like already about to leave or there's down a lot of players. You just need to get that quick. Otherwise, then you have your last option, which is not as good as going from like this side, but it is possible. You just need to be quick to catch them off guard, since this is again a choke point. And that is like having a combo push out from under like this, and then just like using it quickly around the corner, try and get the gun, and like using the space that you make to get your card pushes, continuing to get presence. So then once you guys end up getting space or taking it, then let's say you manage to get third, you guys are going to be rotating over to around like here. So now your combo has 3 ways to go. 2 of them are like the main way, and then there's the alternative like flank route that you can push as a combo, which is Kachao. So um, once you get to around here, you should expect your sniper to maybe your sniper is usually going to be peeking from main like this. Your sniper should be having their back up against the wall so they can't get stabbed by a spy so easily. And your NG should probably put like a dispenser around here or here, maybe even up there if they really need it, and then have the gun somewhere in main so that you can have something that your sniper can rely on to keep themselves alive. Then as an NG, once you have all your buildings set up, also tele, don't forget. Yeah, but um, once you get your building set up and everything, then you can just like spy check and like help protect the sniper, because sadly as an engineer, you don't really have a whole lot of like options to get value in this, since this does require quite a lot of movement or health. Anyways, um, as a combo, you can either go up through like red room, and you can like try to spam out through like maybe here, or try to fight this, though you might want to watch out in case their sniper decides to play aggressively, or if in case their sniper tries to play like to lock out red room. So if the sniper is like watching this area over here, then they'll be like trying to hold you off. So it's always important to make sure that you can like be aware of where the sniper is. Sniper calls are very, very important on this map. Anyways, yeah, so you can go basically when you're on red room, when you're going for a push, you're mainly trying to like get up close to here so you can use around the corner. right? So you just like hug this wall, then use around the corner into the combo. This is a very, very aggressive way to use it because you're using right in front of their face. But this also has the highest chance of having the best Uber if you guys are like uneven and you're going for an exchange, since you can be so aggressive. It's also very useful for like more aggressive Ubers. Like let's say if they don't have anything, like if you're on ad, then you can do like a demo scout, let's say, to try and like get as much value and as many picks as possible. So yeah, that's like what Red Room can be used for. Otherwise, you can also try to go through main if you find that Red Room isn't really working. Uh, Especially because if the demo really wants to play aggressive on like on Red Room, then they are exposed to both Kachao and main. So maybe if like the demo is like sticking out here and stuff like that, they won't be getting as much heals from the med. So you can pretty much just kind of like try and get the early pick or something like that. Otherwise, then you can, moving on, we can go to Kachao, which is the last place that you typically can push. So with Kachao, it's very, very important to be fast, and to be like not hesitant at all, because the longer you take, the more time they have to react. So essentially, what you want to do is your combo is going to be, make sure everyone's healthy, by the way, because it's a push. So what you're going to do is you want your combo all to just like drop down through here, manage to clear out this area for your sniper to peek, and basically force the med into the corner if they're playing on that like overhead. And then the rest of your combo is going to be over here. Then from this spot, this is a very powerful spam spot for your demo, and like your heavy can maybe leak out to the back, or even just like not even play through here, but maybe on room, and then just like peek out like that to try and contest. Your pyro is just going to be like checking stuff like that. Your flanks can also help leak through. So then once your flanks are out, they can like play aggressively, maybe wrap around this corner here, just like spam out, maybe get them to look, try to be aggressive. As soon as the gun is down, your scout and soldier can just like run in and try to get as many picks as possible. By the time you manage to take over like this area, you're pretty much spawn camping and the game is won, unless you guys like choke, and then yeah, they have a chance. But yeah, usually by the time you end up actually doing a successful push by last, you win. So yeah, the game is Vigil is a very close quarters kind of thing for where red defense run. Anyways, so yeah, those are basically the ways that you can expect to typically push in a game of visual offense. So do you guys have any questions or anything that you need me to expand or repeat?
Aku rasa tak ada kot.
Anything?
Just want to clarify. So Pyro's job in this map is only spy checking, right?
I mean, that's mostly Pyro's job in general, like as the role, is to be a more supportive, like defensive area for like your combo. Since your Pyro can like reflect and spy check and stuff. So the thing that's important about Pyro is just like to make sure to fill in the gaps of the other players. So for example, let's say if the demo is struggling a lot with like contesting their demo, then the Pyro can help like do reflex or like getting rid of spam to try and mitigate it a little bit. But then your medic needs to be like cautious, because then your medic is more susceptible to spy. Where if like spy is a problem, let's say, or like people bombing, then your pyro is gonna be playing like slightly further back with your medic to stick with them, and just like look up, make sure there's no one bombing, and also to like look around to try and catch spy. So that's what Pyro is good for. The thing about Pyro is that they have a general role, but like you don't have to do this one specific thing like every game. It depends on what your team needs, and you just need to do what you are capable of to fill in that role. And that kind of goes for every class. You just need to kind of think about like what each class is good at, and then just use that knowledge. At least that's how I think about it. So like for example, let's say heavy, right? Heavy doesn't necessarily have to be like the person that follows up off of combo, because they deal a lot of damage. So they're basically like a mobile sentry with a shit ton of health, if you want to think about it like that. So they can be used as an asset for many places. For example, like flank, heavy can be used to like lock down like a flank area or to like support their flanks a lot because it's just the absurd amount of damage he outputs. Otherwise, if let's say your combo needs like a way to deny or like quickly kill like somebody approaching or a quick follow-up off of like a push or for your demo, then heavy is also a really good option for that. So yeah, but heavy is really bad at like uh leading attacks or like instigating because of how slow he is. But he's very, very good at following up. So that's also one thing. You just kind of have to like think about it like that and then try to fill in what the team needs. Anything else? Anything? All right, then I'll move on to attack. Sorry, defense. So for defense, it's gonna be it's partly already covered because for offense I need to tell you what the push and stuff. But essentially on defense, you are going to be expecting to have your gun around here, maybe slightly further back even. Though yeah, usually it's around here. Dispenser can be like back here or even further back, depending on how passive you want to be. But gun should not be like out in the open like that. It should be behind like this mesh so that it doesn't get shot out. I've seen people put it on this crate, but it's not really that good. Anyways, yeah, so gun's gonna be there, dispenser's gonna be there. No need to build teleporters on defense as an NG. Teleporters are like very useless on this map because of how close spawns are. Anyway, so that's that. You're just gonna be playing around here, doing your buildings as NG. Demo man is usually gonna be playing also around where the combo is. Your medic is gonna be sitting back with a pyro, and your heavy has a couple options. One could be like they play slightly further forward over here to help like stop them from pushing in, or even like on this area here, maybe to like hit glitch up, get an extra peek like this, and just do a shit ton of damage to whoever's on mount, or just to like deny card and like apply pressure by being so aggressive. Additionally, as well, if you find that if the heavy feels like they won't be able to survive very long, then they can either just walk out and then wrap around through a tunnel as a safe route, or the heavy can just run out like this and then just like go up around like that, and then they're back at the combo. Otherwise, also you can technically get an arrow from your medic, since you just need to stand like near drop down like that, and the medic can just arrow you. For sniper is going to be playing at around this area. Though I have seen like very aggressive peaks like early on, where like maybe they can go for like an early peak like this. Maybe they try to just get a shot and then run back. So you never want to stay here for like more than one shot. You just try to take the shot as soon as possible and then run. But otherwise, the sniper really only has like two spots to play, and it's either like around at this like hut where you can like peek mount and like main, or at grass to just kind of like to do that, or the slightly more passive spot, which is close to the combo where they're in reach, so they can like help you spy the flanks. So yeah, your flanks are gonna be playing like around grass area, though it depends on where your flanks want to play in this area. Oh yeah, your heavy can also choose to play in pallets here, though this is like pretty much a one and done kind of place. So if you end up like staying here and you don't manage to get value, you just die very quickly. So it's very aggressive. Anyways, so red flanks usually play inside this warehouse, and then basically just try to lock out like their team and flanks just from getting in, since this is a very useful area for them. And plus, you can also use this like open window as leverage to spam into the combo while you can. Otherwise, then you can always just back out. It's a very good idea to make sure that on defense you do not die unless you absolutely have to. All right. Like this should go without saying, but you should value your life. And if you find that you are not going to be able to get any value from like sacrificing yourself, then you don't need to, and just try to focus on living. But I mean, like obviously it's not all the time that you can just successfully get away, but it's a good principle to follow to try and like at least keep yourself alive if you can. Anyways, so yeah, so basically again, you can just like stay in here to try and like deny them from getting in. Your spy can maybe play like down here to like try and get info to like go for like a kill on the flanks. I think if I'm not wrong, you can like you can jump up here and then you can do this jump if you want, if you don't want to like go through main. And then from there you can maybe like try and like decloak and go for a stab. Like their flanks are playing up close, or even the combo where they're pushing up. Anyways, yeah. If you find yourselves getting overwhelmed or like there are a lot of people pushing, feel free to give up like the warehouse area and just like play around this spot. You can, if you want to be slightly further back, then you can play it around here. If not, then you can play like up around here. It's not a great idea to stay at this spot like in the open because the sniper can just peek you and kill him and kill you if you're not careful. So it's better to just isolate yourself from the angle. So you can just play here, continue to spam. At least make it difficult for them to push up so it's not so free. And if you ever need help, like in terms of health or something, you can just walk out and get yours. First point is not really anything that you want to like sacrifice your life for because of the fact that you're soft holding the point anyway. The best thing to do is just to try and buy as much time as possible. Anyways, once they end up getting close, if the card is like around here already and the combo is still like going strong, I would actually not even here, like maybe here even, where like they're already getting close to you and they're like contesting you properly. It's a good idea to just start leaving immediately. So you guys are gonna walk up through here, and then your NG is gonna be setting up the gun on this corner of this I guess balcony. So the gun is gonna be here, and then the dispenser is going to be here. Teleporter, you don't need to build it because spawn is literally right there. So yeah, that's what the buildings are going to be, right here and here. Then you're going to be expecting your flanks or heavy to be playing either on this roof or inside tunnel, like I've already mentioned before. Your demo is going to be playing up here, just like spamming over. And if they want to be aggressive, they can walk up a bit more. And your sniper as well. Pyro is just going to be flaming around, protecting your NG and your med. And yeah, but one thing I want to make very clear right now is that you absolutely have to try your best to make sure that there is at least one person watching both tunnel and side tunnel. That's why I recommend like having a heavy or like your flanks, because if you want your flanks and actually like jiggle peek like this or like peek for info, and they can call out very quickly like, oh, the combo is pushing up through side tunnel, then your demo can rotate over to help your heavy and like to try and snuff the push. Same thing goes for tunnel here. Though if they try to push from tunnel, it's very important to make sure that your gun stays alive as long as possible, because the gun is very, very helpful to deny this entire area since it has sideline of what this whole place. Be careful of spy spots like this one right here, everywhere here pretty much, on crane, on this like spot under the balcony, even like maybe on this rock, like they can like decloak and then try to go for like a jump sap like that. They can like decloak here and jump up, stuff like that. So be careful. Otherwise, yeah. Something that also I want to tell you right now is that if anybody on defense is spawning on second, please, for the love of God, just turn around and check this area. There could be usually spies can be waiting here and just like trying to get a spawn camp. So just turn around for your own good. All right, you're leaving from spawn. You have nothing else to do. You might as well just check. Okay. Anyways, yeah, back to what I was doing. Make sure your sniper is alive as well, because if your sniper is dead, you kind of have to start giving up this like sideline, and that's going to be giving them like a really strong like asset to use to push. Once they overrun you or you have to leave, then you can always go through like this. Okay, I do not want to see anybody going through like this, going from this route, or God forbid even using like the shelf or lockers like to walk all the way around. All right, it's a very, very easy way to rotate. You just go to your spawn, because this door will open up, and then you can just set up immediately from here. All right, you don't need to take the long way. You can set up very quickly. Then again, gun is going to be like around here, or even here, like back here. It depends on where you how aggressive you want it to be. You can, if you feel like maybe the sniper can peek too easily, you can just put it like maybe here so it can't get shot. Your dispenser is going to be right here. Your medic's going to be playing in the dispenser with the pyro. And then you can expect your demo to just be around here.
You could
Yep.
also put your sentry on tracks somewhere further back. Back,
Yeah, here.
like it's near like a door, yeah. So this one watches like basically if they try to walk up around the corner, if the combo's like playing close, right, it helps to deny them better because they can't just like they have like the wall, so they can like kind of just jump and pick your sentry.
Yeah. But I will say that if you do this, then you need to be aware of the fact that Cliff is a very possible spot they can actually like peek from, and they can just completely spam the gun if you don't have enough pressure to stop them from doing it. So
Basically, it's
if
a
you
super aggressive spot that relies on the engineer being able to like wrangle a sentry well.
and the
So
and your sniper too, because your sniper needs to put the pressure so they can't just freely peek like this. So yeah, more risky, but it definitely is able to contest them a lot harder. But if you want to just, if you feel like maybe you are not able to keep the gun up for whatever reason, maybe your sniper isn't capable of just like stopping the entire team from peeking, or like your combo can't take it as a sniper, or your flanks aren't like good enough to like just completely wipe them out, which is normal. Then you can just have your gun slightly further back. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. You can
Which the
have
flank play?
flanks. I'm about to get to it right now. So essentially, your flanks are going to be playing at around this area here. Your job as a flank is to try and contest like cliffside and shoulder so that they can't have access to it so freely. And you can also utilize the health pack here and stuff to keep yourself alive. So yeah, that's useful. Anyways, as a flank, you're going to just try to be stopping anybody from walking up so freely from here and here. But that doesn't mean that you just sack yourself to try and get a kill. So if you see like the entire combo pushing up blockers, it's already a good idea to start like walking back and giving it up, because you want to be able to like keep yourself alive for when the whole team fights together. And also it's very important that you guys stay around this area so that you can deny their sniper from just walking out. So let's say if like you see the sniper just like trying to peek from lockers, you can just rush and try to kill him, and then once he's dead, you just run back. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of it. It's also a good idea for your flanks to be playing around here so that you can contest like under, because if somebody is like pushing from here, you have the high ground, so your soldier can just spam down, and then your scout can just like clean up if needed, as well as just like rotate around. So yeah, flanks lean towards this area. You can always go back for heals or like sit here for an arrow. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, this point itself is fairly straightforward in the way that you can think about it. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy going on. Anyways, as soon as you guys have to leave, again, do not walk through this area here, okay? Do not take the same path as blue. What you do is you go here and you just go through spawn. Literally one left turn, and then you're back at where you're supposed to be holding. Okay? Don't forget that. Anyways, so the setup for last is gonna be the dispenser is gonna be on this crate, and the gun is gonna be level 3 up on top of here, this crate. Medic is gonna be playing in this corner, like that, and your demo healing your demo and your pyro. The reason why the NG has to put his gun here is because, I mean, put the dispenser here and not with the combo, is because your NG pretty much is playing like almost alone, where he has to kind of like fend for himself, as well as like be a bit selfish since he needs the medal. And if you cross like this, you can get shot by sniper from either main Kachow, etc., etc. Sip water. Okay. So yeah, your heavy can play at around this. I like my heavy to play at flanks, like either from like this spot here to try and like uh help your demo deal with card, or the heavy can also be here to just completely deny anybody from going from flanks. Then again, your scout soldier, they're going to be playing around this area too, try to help contest Kachao, etc., etc. It's a very good idea to try and make sure that they don't have full control over this area, because if they do, then their sniper can just walk up through here and then have this disgusting sideline. Then your medic is completely locked out from doing anything unless it does an Uber exchange.
Both.
Same thing for your demo, because your demo is going to be directly in danger of this. And your NG can get shot. If not, the sniper can deal with the gun. But even then, he can just isolate the angle like this and try to like go for a deep peek. So yeah, be very careful with Kachao. Watch out also for people possibly coming in from elbow, especially spy. I've seen spies come out here a lot and then try to go for like a stab, especially if there's like a heavy playing close like this. Then while your heavy is here, the spy can just like decloak and then walk up and then stab from here. So yeah, be careful. try to take care of your heavy if you can, if your heavy chooses to play flanks. And that's basically how you guys are going to be like positioning. Then the ways that you can just expect is one, your sniper should never like expose themselves to multiple angles at once. So what I mean by that is, let's say they want to peek a chow, right? You don't just stand out in the open like this and peek, right? You want to like get closer so that they can't peek you from, main. And then if you're peeking main, try to like make it so they can't peek from chow. If you want to peek aggressively, you can go to here. If not, then you can just use this crate to like stop the angle. So like they can't peek you from here like that. And then you can just like swap the side so that they can't peek at you from main. So you can just hold it. Yeah. So that's basically how you're gonna set it up. And your job as a demo is just to lock out this area right here and this area right here. You can just like spam this. Your sniper is gonna be trying to like your sniper and flanks are gonna be trying to lock out Kachao. And yeah, so that's already like two places of contention. Your spy, I mean your pyro is just gonna be trying to take care of your medic and hopefully your demo if possible. As well as being very careful of this area because the spy could just there's a duck here. Yeah, the spy can just like decloak and then walk up to try and stab.
By the way, you need to like not fuck your engineer here because of how open this point is, right? It's very easy for like your engineer sentry to get like spammed out. So like if you see their combo walking up, you need to like walk up and meet them so your engineer sentry doesn't take like a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, you need to like contest the space to try and make it so that you don't give it up for free, basically. That's why also is very important for like Kachao to be contested as much as possible so that your demo can be in range to contest their sniper if they choose to peek. So like let's say the sniper wants to peek up through here, then the demo can just spam out from here, right? Same thing for red room. Like if let's say that they're trying to push the red room, the demo can just peek in and spam out so that they don't have the opportunity to even get to the gun. All right.
The gist of it is if you see them, you should go meet them. You shouldn't just stay back.
Yeah, don't give up space, don't fear. But also use a bit of brain when it comes to that because obviously like let's say if there's a sniper and Kachao and then like your demo and then like let's say they're in main, your demo shouldn't just like walk up and try to like feed it. Same thing where like even if there's no sniper peeking, you shouldn't just walk straight into them. You should just try to make it so that they can't get in so easily. All right. It's good to be aggressive, but make sure that you aggress in a way that makes sense. Again, this is defense. You are not the one pushing them. They're pushing you. You just need to make it harder for them. Right? That's pretty much it for defense. Is there anything you would like to add, Tabby, or any questions from anybody else?
So
Uh
oh, go on.
you basically like no matter how much like map talk we give you guys, it won't fucking matter if you like don't talk during the game. It was like so AIDS when I was playing with you guys. I don't know if I was on medic or a different class. I think maybe pyro. I don't know. But the point is like I was in there. You guys already. It wasn't like you guys already had a map talk about it before. I think and
Yeah.
like you guys just kind of just didn't talk, and it was really AIDS for me to play because like I was calling, hey, the combos here like side tunnel. We push the hill. Then nobody says anything. I'm like, okay, I guess we are just chilling. And like, yeah, it's like if nobody's gonna say anything, then what's the point? It's just casual.
Yeah. Same thing with like both networks and demo reviews. It's very important to like ask questions and stuff or try to get yourself clarified so you can understand what's going on. Because
Like
if
like
you have any questions, please ask. Seriously. If not,
yeah, like
then I'm just doing this for nothing.
I'm not looking for you guys to be able to like execute it perfectly because it's your first time, right? But I'm at least looking for a response, like for example, if I say push hill and like if you can't do it, you just say I can't do it, I'm not there yet, or like I'm inside tunnel, I'm not in the area to push, and like obviously I will get angry at you because like why aren't you at the right area, but like I'll only be angry for like that moment, and then after that we'll move on. I'll just ask you, why aren't you at the hill, why are you at side tunnel, and then after that we'll move on. Whereas if you don't answer me, I'm just gonna be even more pissed. Like, yeah, because it kind of ruins the game for like me as well. So you need to like respond, and like even if like your reason is stupid, right? Like why, like if I ask you why you're inside tunnel and you tell me, oh, because I wanted to get frags, I will
Yeah.
I will obviously be pissed, but only for a little bit, and
Or
then we'll
like, yeah,
move on.
at least like you're communicating something so that they at least know what's going on. Because if you're not like telling anybody, then they're just gonna be completely in the dark. They don't know what to do either. Because like let's say if you're not on the side, let's say if you're like in a dumb spot, out of position, then at least they know that you're out of position and they have to like do something about it, right? But if you're just gonna say nothing, then they just don't know what to do because they can't play off of the information.
Like
Keeping
I
your teammates
kid
in
you
the dark
not,
is gonna be very useful.
I
Yeah.
kid you not, with plat players, right? My solly when I'm playing with other plat players, right, or like silver plat players, right? I can hear my solly say, "I'm in a dumb spot. I'm gonna die," and he's like, and then he'll say, "I'm gonna go feed," and we'll all be like, "Okay," you know, because he was just in a dumb spot. There wasn't much he could do. Nobody's gonna like flame him for it. Like maybe someone will flame him for it, but like after that we move on.
Yeah. Or if they're going forward, let's say like, oh, as the soldier is going to try and bomb, right? It's like, okay, I'm going to try and go for something here. Then if he dies, then at least we know. Or like if the flanks go for do something stupid, then at least call out that you're dead. It's like, oh, flanks are dead. Then your team knows. Oh shit, okay, the flanks are dead. Then we have to watch out for any leakers. Same thing with like, okay, let's say you die for a stupid reason, like there's a fucking scout in spawn, right? Then you like there's a scout in our spawn, then your team can then the spawners can like help each other, and then just like deal with whoever's leaking behind together, right? Because if you don't coordinate with each other, then you're just gonna lose, right? So I'll ask one more time. Do you guys have any questions or anything you want me to, or anything you need clarification on?
So
Can soldier on defense go on flank and try to do some damage on mains, like to entry buildings?
Yes. On offense, absolutely. The entire point of soldier like playing in like certain spots on the map, for example a cliff, is to be able to either one open up the option for your sniper to peek out, like let's say your demo to spam, or for you to just spam the gun yourself, right? Because this spot is just like really good for spamming a gun, but you just need to watch out for the sniper, right? Like certain plays and stuff like have that opportunity. So yeah, absolutely it is viable for you to just try and like target the gun. Oops, sorry, I did not mean to do that. It was a misclick. Anyways, yeah. Then another one is possibly like even from here. If your soldier wants to, right, they can run direct hit and then just like push tunnel and then just like Jacob peek the sentry like that. Right? You have options. You don't have to confine yourself to just one idea, but you also have to make sure that the idea itself either makes sense or can help with what your team needs. Because let's say like the gun is always like dying, or like the gun isn't a problem for you guys to push. Maybe let's say it's like getting space, or maybe like following up a damage. Then sitting behind and trying to spam the gun is not going to be helpful. So then maybe instead you can try bombing or being aggressive in that way. Like either you can instigate by jumping in, you can follow up with splash, you can push forward your flank so that they have to like give up players or like attention and spam. So yeah, it just depends on what the team needs at that point. But yes, you absolutely can just like play to just annoy the engineer and just fucking spam the gun. You don't even need to run direct hit or anything. You can just like spam the gun from here, ka-chow. You can spam the gun from flanks if you manage to take over. You can just like spam like this here, here, right? Even from the back, like from like these crates, and jiggle peak spam like that. Here even, it's a lot. So yeah, soldier is very very good at spamming guns on this point, on this map. Sorry. Anything else?
so like after we lost first point, we basically retreat to second when our guns is down, or we just retreat as fast as possible.
If you're on first, you should not even let your gun go down in the first place. All right. The thing is, this is a soft hold for a reason. The gun is not here to defend the point. The gun is here to defend your team so that they can leave. You get what I mean?
Okay.
That's why it's up here. Because the thing is, once they get close already like that, once they're already around here and they're gonna start walking into you, this is when you start to walk back already, so that you can have a setup for second. It's a soft hold. You're not gonna be you're gonna give up this point fairly easily. You're just doing this to delay them.
like let's say hypothetically, right? You try to defend the fucking first point. You put your sentry watching the point, right? Then what happens? The solly like literally the solly can stand at like the far back, like literally at the far back on near the track there. And you can just spam your sentry. A demo can spam your sentry. Literally, it's so open that your sentry just dies.
Yeah.
And then what happens when your sentry is down? The first point is so close to the second point that you won't have a sentry. They have Uber. If they're better players, which oftentimes they are, since you guys are new, they're just gonna just walk in on you, Uber in. Then your entire team's wipe on second. They roll to third, and then you maybe get a defense on fourth, and then that's how you get rolled in like 5 minutes.
Maybe not even 5. I've seen video games that end in 3, like from
Yeah.
like newer teams. And it's like not even fighting like super good players, like I don't know, fucking Ambulance or some shit, right? Like it's just like regular pubbers or whatever. They can absolutely roll if you guys aren't careful. The thing about Vigil is that you need to play smartly, if not you just lose. Because the map itself is fairly short. Like you don't even need teleporters as an engine on defense. Like you literally just walk to spawn, and then you're at the next point already. You know, like it's very easy to get rolled. And plus, also, it's very important because of the fact that every point is so close together. Like literally, second is right here, right? First is right there. Like it's so close together that that first, this is not a good point to hold in the first place. And second of all, if the gun even goes down, or you guys like don't have enough time to set up, they can already get the second. So if you have like if you commit the first, then you're giving up first and second. Whereas second is a far better place to hold because one, you have the gun in a better spot that can actually watch point and your team. Then you're able to have a powerful sniper sideline plus high ground for your demo to spam in. This point here is chokier for blue, so they have to actually bunch up. They have to use early if they choose to use it while your sniper is alive, so that's already a much worse Uber for them. Your heavy here has a lot of value because of the fact that you can just like deal the damage here. Your combo can rotate back and forth. Your flanks have control over this entire area. You have a lot of space to play with here, and they have to stay in tunnel or main. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why second is just a straight up better point to be in. You know. So don't try and hold first like with your life, right? That's why I say on first point it's already important to make sure that you don't die unnecessarily on defense. But that is like 10 times more important when you're on like a soft hold. Because why would you give up players for a soft hold when the entire point is that you're going to be giving up like the point easier so you can have a better hold on the point next? You know? Yeah, you're just sabotaging yourself for the next hold. Anything else?
Okay. Apa lagi? Hmm,
Okay, if there's nothing else, then I will ask you guys a question, and then you guys,
shit.
like based on what we've learned today, you guys tell me
Holy
what to do.
shit.
Okay? So let's say we're pushing. Let's say you guys are pushing first, right? Their snipers like far back at like the usual sentry position. He's like standing there, hard scoping, and then the sentry is actually not around the corner. It's like on the crates behind Enjaitus. So how are you guys gonna approach this? How will you approach this? What's the main call?
Oh yeah, what's the play that you guys want to make? What's the idea?
Um,
We're gonna go through
Uh,
situations like this to help you guys.
just spam the sentry, I guess,
Okay,
from both
so
sides.
focus fire on sentry. So that means who's gonna respond to this call?
Yeah,
Which
who's gonna be
classes?
spamming and from where? Not the answer I was expecting, but
soldier from flank.
okay, from flanks. Soldier from flanks. Okay, who else? There's a sniper here, just hard scoping something
Yeah.
in the open with the gun.
Can basement.
And we can have our sniper go with our flank to the right side.
Sniper and flank
Yes.
here.
Yeah, try to contest the red sniper.
So here you're saying at logs.
Yeah, basically.
Why would you want to put him on logs though?
Yeah. What makes this a better spot than anywhere else?
Or maybe further back, maybe like somewhere safer for the sniper.
Like
Hmm,
where main
from the
or drop
grass,
down in their
maybe
spawn, like where? Yeah.
maybe sniper can pick from grass.
Grass. You mean this?
Yeah.
Here.
Yes.
Okay. Here's why we're gonna tell you that's a bad idea, because their flanks are gonna be at like the grass area, right? The soldier can bomb your sniper from here. Like he can just do a simple wall jump from like the medium health pack there, and he bombs the sniper. He can also like high bomb like wall jump where Enjaitus shot just now, and then after that like jump over your sniper and land on him. You could The safer place is you could play like where Enjaitus was pointing earlier, the like the hill area, or you can play like far back on the where is there. You can even pick that window, the top right, that window. If you stand really on the edge, you can kind of slowly peek out of it. Yeah, if you stand really on the edge, you can kind of snipe as well. So you gotta, as a sniper, you need to visualize like the classes that can kill you as like a bubble. Okay, soldier's bubble is quite big because he can shoot, like he can rocket jump, right? But then like you only really need to stay out of range of like two rockets. You stay out of range of a two rocket jump. He lands on you with two rockets. You surf the first one, and then he can't really hit unless he's like a god. He won't hit the second one, and then he's out of rockets, and you'll be safe.
You
So you
don't
need to
even need to,
visualize it as a bubble.
actually, right, to add on to that, you don't necessarily even have to think of it that specifically because of the fact that there are a lot of like variables that make a sniper play like good. For example, one, where are you standing? Like for example, the angle, right? Like let's say you wanted to pick from grass, right? The reason why this is also not a good place is because one, it is very vulnerable and open because you will have only your at best you'll have only your flanks, maybe a heavy with you, which is not enough to just deny whoever wants to sack for you. Maybe the soldier just jumps in, kills you, right? So you're open. Spy can also kill you. And then two, this angle, how is this going to be contesting the gun on the sniper? Plus, once you go here, what can they do? They can just spam you out. The demo can just spam at you. The heavy can peek out at you and shoot you. This is a very, very vulnerable place because you don't have any support at this area. And if you do, it's not enough. But for example, like Mount here, what makes this a good spot, right? You have one, higher ground, and you have distance so that their demo can't easily spam out at you, and you have your combo to help you. You're in your own territory, right? This area around here is like the front line, basically. You can imagine it like that. So this separates your space from theirs. So you can move around here, and you should expect yourself to not die that easily. Plus, you can contest the sniper more freely because of the fact that you have the good angle here to like peek off of, right? You have the wall, and you have in your close proximity to your medic, so you can get heals. So you can buff up and then peek the sniper. Same thing for like pellets here, right? You're not gonna get killed by a soldier from here, unless there's a soldier up here. But then why would you be in pellets in the first place?
So basically, you shouldn't be spamming the sentry on, like, if you can spam the sentry, that's great. But your main focus is to like lock out the sniper, because the sentry, right? The engineer probably is running rescue ranger. If it gets slow, he just like rescue rangers it out, and then like he just brings it to second, and then that's it, you know. But
Yeah,
then the sniper has like infinite range. He's gonna just kill you. Can't you your medic literally can't walk out until the sniper is dead or backing out.
yeah. I mean, technically, Vigil is a bit of an exception because of the fact that you
Yeah,
can walk out onto
actually,
here.
Vigil, you can walk out at least a little bit.
Yeah, but no more than like around here.
The point is, sniper is like way more important than sentry here, because sentry can just be taken out, like they can just be wrangled out. Whereas sniper, he kind of like locks out your entire area, so you can't walk out.
Yeah, and plus sniper requires no setup. He just needs to
Okay.
exist in the correct space, you know?
Now let's move on to the next situation, right? On second, let's say you're pushing. The heavy is constantly like spamming on the side tunnel. Like he's just over there existing. Your scout and engineer can't push up, and then the demo's like watching hill and just like spamming stickies down the hill, and then there's an engineer watching the point, like a sentry watching the point. So then the flanks are playing at like in front of Enjaitus, like around this area on that hut. Yeah. So how are you guys gonna push?
Um, we bring our combo
So they're
to
just the
side
flanks are
tunnel.
just doing what Enjaitus is doing. They're like just kind of spamming the people on cut. Heavy side tunnel also spamming. You're like two pronged.
We go for exchange on main.
Or we can go to under to side tunnel, or the combo go to side tunnel and use Uber.
I don't hate that answer.
Who's the main caller of this team? You should be the one making the decision. I don't really care if like the other players don't know yet. But like as the main caller you need to know.
Well, well, it should be our demo, but our
Okay.
demo, yeah,
Demo's not here. In case uh
our
in case
demo is
Demo's not here,
here.
who's the second main caller? Like the sub one.
Usually we go with heavy as our main caller.
Is it heavy here?
Yes, he's here. Our
Okay.
both
Yes.
demo and heavy is here.
Our demo does not have a mic. I mean, he does have a mic, but it's kind of dog shit. But last time we played, our main caller was our soldier.
Okay, then let's fix it now. Okay. So your main callers will either be a demo man or your heavy. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Try not to change it too much.
Alright.
Like because like your flanks are not gonna see what a combo is. The flanks are usually the one like relaying information to the combo.
Yeah, I'm playing off of the combo as well.
Yeah. So yeah. So can I get like the heavy's opinion on how you guys gonna push this?
Yeah. How do you want to approach this?
Would you like have our flanks like try to sack on side tunnel, and then if they can like get an equal exchange, like maybe two players or whatever, have like our combo push in from side tunnel.
Okay.
Heavy?
Okay, wait. So you're saying you want to scout in a soldier to walk into a heavy in a choke point.
I mean, well, like the matches we've played, we've only had like one match where the heavy was holding here. Most of the time, the heavy was holding directly on point or on lane.
Oh, but like I don't know about you, but like all the video games I play, the heavy like rotates. If they see people on the card, he goes to like the left side. If like
And
the
yeah, and
card
the
is still
flanks
in
go here.
tunnel, it goes to the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy never picks the hill because he just gets headshot by sniper. So he
Yeah, and plus
roams
what
it
he's
in his
gonna
left
do
and
here,
right.
he's gonna tickle the opponent.
Yeah. He roams from the left and right. So yeah, what you gonna do? Even if this is not applicable now, it's still good to know.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
Got plan.
What's the best way to approach this? Let's say you're equal players. Demo is here, sniper is here, flanks are on here, and the heavy is holding here. You guys are all alive. You both have Uber. What's your plan? You don't have to push immediately, but what are you gonna try and do?
By the way, we didn't say like pushing the heavy is wrong, by the way. It's just how you approach it. You need to explain in like detail how you're gonna push the heavy.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, maybe have like our flanks try to like flush out the heavy or whoever's holding there, pull
Okay.
them into like lure them or like bait them into tunnel. But if they don't like take the bait, maybe have like our spy create like a distraction on the point, and then maybe, and then like I guess try to push up on main.
Okay, but like the spy is not gonna make the heavy rotate. By the way, the spy is just gonna die to like the pyro. The heavy is
Yeah.
just gonna stay to the right.
Yeah, and the flanks walking into the heavy, even if they try to take a bait, the heavy is not going to push forward because the heavy isn't meant to be pushing.
If the heavy
Plus,
push, he's retarded.
he's throwing. Yeah.
Retarded.
Okay, so for the heavy play, right? There are two ways you can approach it. Okay, actually three ways. Number one is you can ignore the heavy. If you don't feel confident in taking him, you can just ignore him. Like don't push him and just go heal. That's number one. Number two is your flanks can just pepper him. You have like range over the heavy. So like you can just peek, shoot a rocket, like yeah, just spam him out. Once he's low, he'll run away, right? He runs away, he gets heals. That's the heavy gone already. You can
Okay.
also like listen for like the heavy revving. If he's using Tommy Slav, you won't hear it, but like you can like
Yeah.
hear him like pull out his gun with the Tommy, even with the Tommy Slav. So
I mean,
like
there is a sound when it revs, but
yeah,
it's at the very beginning of the rev.
yeah,
I
exactly.
know that.
So like if like wait for him to unrev, then like you push him, you know. So again, we never say that the pushing the heavy is wrong. It's just how are you gonna approach it. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. The end of the day, the better way even, right, is if you guys are trying to look through option for side tunnel, right, you don't even need to have your flanks be the only ones pushing. Your flanks will be the ones instigating. You can have your entire fucking combo go in and just use through side tunnel, for example, right? Or maybe you can have your heavy contest here. So then what you can do is you can have your flanks ready. Then your combo is going to be here. Maybe your sniper's playing in here, trying to contest as well, right? And then once you guys are ready, let's say maybe your sniper manages to get a pick. He wins the SVS, right? The sniper's dead. Maybe you can have your spy over here, right? Then
Yeah.
as soon as you guys are ready, like you execute your push. So what's happening now is like your heavy and your flanks just flush out this guy, maybe even kill him. That's one pick, right? The sniper is also not alive, so you can hold the Uber for a little bit longer and use him here, right? So and then maybe your spy. So then once you guys are doing the Uber exchange, maybe your spy decloaks decloaks and then shoots the gun from behind, right? So what's happening right now is they're getting pinched from main, side tunnel, and tracks like behind, right?
Yeah.
That's already a lot of things that they're getting overwhelmed with. So now they're like giving up space, and they have to like lose their gun and run away if the push doesn't get stopped. Then what's happening now is either once you guys manage to get this spot here already, the scout can either run forward once the gun is dead and try to go for like cleaning up, or as soon as you or if you want card presence, once you clear out the heavy, you immediately rotate back and start pushing the card with NG. So then you have card presence.
You need to, if you can master this, you'll probably be one of the better steel teams. Okay, like if you can push all together, so like you guys really need to time it together. Like you check with the flanks, you check with the heavy, check if everyone's ready, and then once they say they're ready, you count down like 3, 2, 1, and then you all push together. It's important that you don't fear and you push up together, because if any one of you backs off because you're scared of dying, then like it
Everyone
kind of
else
your
dies.
whole push crumbles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, you commit. When you go in, right, you go in. Like even as a scout player for me, right, like if my soldier wants me to go in, even if I'm on like 10 health, I'll still walk in, right? Because like at least for me, since scout can like still stay alive without taking damage, like you can just use your movement to your advantage and try to avoid just getting killed instantly.
And
So
the
just
best,
because you're low health doesn't mean you have to like die or like you have to bait your team.
by the
Though
way, is
you
the
can
medic
obviously
here?
ask. Huh?
Is the medic
No.
in this busy?
No.
No.
I was
Medic is
about
not
to
here.
Both are
say,
here.
oh well.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Anyway,
debated.
can you help me just relay this? It's also important that you guys know, like since you're all pushing up together, right? That means
Yeah.
medic is gonna likely be the furthest person back, and like he's gonna be able to see other than sniper, right? He's gonna probably be the furthest one back. He has the most like view of everything. So
Okay.
the medic should be calling like if he sees them escaping or anything, And also when you're going for Uber exchanges, right? You can, if you're literally low as the flanks, right? Because you're hard committing, you're like all pushing up, regardless of your health. You can legit just ask your medic to flash.
Alright.
Yeah. You can ask your medic to flash to like save your players, or if you want, like for example, let's say your scout is like not currently with you but can meet you as you do the Uber push, but he's a bit low, right? You can just ask, you can just get a flash from your medic as a scout, and then you can do a demo scout, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be you guys going in together at the same time. You just need to be in the Uber.
Yeah.
Alright.
And right. Sorry, this is just a side note, right? Sweets, you're the heavy, right?
Yeah.
All right. And Enjaitus, can you go heavy for a sec?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Right.
switch to ready even.
Yeah. Like let's say there's multiple targets, right? And like Enjaitus need to like like suddenly, like let's say there's someone behind him, right? Enjaitus, can you show them how you're gonna turn? Yeah. Like look how he turns. It's a fast turn. When I was dead and I was watching you switch, this was what you're doing. It's like you're doing this. You're doing this. This is what you're doing. Like you're slowly turning like that. And it's like really like putting me off. It should be a fast turn. You have to understand you're gonna die if you don't turn. So try
Yeah, no,
keeping like fast.
I play on like a relatively low sense, so that's very
Low
why.
sense doesn't matter. Okay, low sense means that you have better accuracy, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to like obviously you won't be able to flick as fast, but you can still flick. Like if low sense is too much, like I mean if you don't have enough monk space to like flick like that, then you should be like getting a bit higher sense or getting a bigger mouse pad.
Okay, I'll try like tinkering with my sense a
Yeah,
bit.
the aim is you can to at least be able to do a 180, like a
Yeah.
fast 180. If you can't do a 180, then it's like it's either bigger
I
mouse
mean
pad or higher sense.
with my current sense I can do a 180 in like one motion, but it's like not consistent.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a thing for you to figure out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Just take note. That's usually how people hold second. So you need to like find a way on how you guys are gonna push that. This is like the typical hold for Vigil. And now we move to third, right? Let's say again, we're all assuming it's even. You both have Ubers, blah blah blah. To just make it easier. So let's say they have the sentry on like the far back on like concrete, like what Enjaitus was saying earlier. They're heavy playing the combo, pyro demos playing the combo. The flanks, the snipers playing far back by like or like by the door at the tracks. Yeah, here. And then the flanks are kind of just doing their thing on the grass area. So how are you gonna push that?
We have all our combos go to cabinets. Sorry, to elbow.
Elbow, okay.
Wait, sorry, oops. Wait, elbow. What? There's no elbow here.
Elbow or
Which
Oh,
one?
okay.
Which one?
yeah.
The left side or like the middle path?
Left side.
So the
This
far.
one.
Not
Oh, you're
not
talking about
the
this.
ladders. Yeah, this you are.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, lockers.
Yeah, from lockers. Yeah, lockers.
Wait, actually, sorry. Let me switch my class real quick.
Oh yeah. This is fat. You're a fat fuck.
That's rude.
You know it's
Okay.
true. Okay,
All
so
right.
your combos on lockers. What you gonna do?
Um, we try to get our demo to spam the red team or the sentry, and
Okay.
our flanks is also try to spam the sentry.
Okay, but aren't you forgetting something important?
Our sniper um, standing afar from the back,
Okay.
and
Trying to get a sentry, right?
um, that too,
Oh,
or he can stand from the stairs.
forgot about the sniper. How are you gonna do the sniper? So your
Um,
sniper's if a sniper's standing here, he kinda as long as the enemy doesn't peek, he kinda has like no vision.
okay. If so,
And
then
then like their sniper. So your sniper standing here. Their sniper's watching your entire combo. Then what?
If so, then if their sniper is watching the combo, then we have our sniper go to grass.
By the way, you can't like even though I said the information, like I told you all the position very fast, right? Like it's not like I don't like you should be able to like remember what I said, because like you should remember the call out that I said, oh, snipers like on the tracks at the doors, because that's the kind of call outs you're gonna get in game. The spy's gonna call it one and done, and you're supposed to be able to like register it.
Yeah, you can't take like 2 minutes to get an answer. You have to do it like within 10 seconds. Usually
Right.
faster.
Yeah, like obviously like sometimes we just don't hear the call, but like if so, then you should be asking me, where are the enemies again, you know, and I will tell you where they are again. But you don't ask me, how would I know?
Yeah. We should expect you to know by then. Right? So the only way you can tell us that you don't is to say it.
Sure.
See, we're also training you on how you're supposed to com. The
And how
comms
you
you're
and how
getting
you
is
need to think.
yeah,
The comms are
it's usually one and done. Unless you ask for a repeat, you're not getting another one. So anyway, back to the situation. The sniper's like on the area that we talked about. What you gonna do? So where are you gonna position your sniper?
Um, Elbow, obviously.
Okay, sniper elbow. But then like if you're all here, right? Like honestly speaking, wouldn't the enemy snipe? If I was the enemy sniper, I would go for a hero shot and try to take down that demo man instead of of the enemy sniper,
Then we try
because like
to,
you're all picking the same area, right?
yeah, and if possible, we can try to go under,
Under, okay.
like
So
maybe
here,
have our heavy or our entire combo going coming from under and try to go for Uber exchange.
okay. Do you know why under's a bad call?
Um, why?
Look at how you have to get up from under. Just look at how AIDS it is. That's how you have to get up. Unless you all have like perfect coordination and you jump up at the same time, like someone's gonna be left behind, and it's gonna be very hard to walk out here. Like this the demo man, he can place stickies at like the front there. Then how are you gonna come out? Even if the stickies don't kill you, right? He's just gonna like he's just gonna send you back into the hole.
plus pyro exists.
Yeah, pyro exists.
Boom. Plus soldier exists. Plus the gun also exists, right? You have
They
all
can
these things
legit just
spamming
knock
out
you
from one.
back into the hole.
This is one choke, right? The thing about under is that you have one person, yeah, it can be good because then, like let's say it's a heavy, right? He has a lot of health. If you do this while there's other people pushing, then they have to direct the spam to two places. That's why under is viable, but not for like what, 5 people, 4 people going through. At the very most, it could be like 2. Maybe like a soldier and a heavy, so they go here, then the soldier just like walks out and just starts spamming or something like that. Even then, is like a bit excessive for 2. Just 1 is enough, right? And then plus, if you have everybody on like cliff like this, then who's like think about it, who's gonna push card, right? What else? Why they're all together? What happens if the demo puts a sticky? Right? What happens is the sniper is speaking how many people at once, right? There's a lot of things that go into it. And plus,
Like
how is your demo gonna be able to take space? Right? He's all the way here.
how's he gonna spam the sentry?
Yeah,
Like he has to.
the sentry
I'm
is
pretty
here, by
sure
the way.
that's not far enough. I'm pretty sure that's not far enough where the demo man can just not charge a sticky and shoot it. He needs to charge a sticky, and he's gonna take a lot of time to charge the damn sticky.
Yeah. Plus, also you can't even shoot it because the gun is here. The sniper is playing out here and the gun is back there. The gun isn't on tracks. The gun is on the concrete here. It's placed specifically in the way so that you can't shoot it from the cliff. So what is the way that you approach?
If so,
Right.
then we have our entire combo push from main, and we have to use early.
You have to use
Okay.
early.
How early?
Where?
I would say this corner.
The corner.
Yes,
Okay.
this corner that Enjaitus pointing.
This corner. The sniper is here, and this is corner. Right.
I mean, it's not wrong because like there's
The
the
demo,
flanks may be
yeah.
watching you, but
Like
then like realistically speaking, right? Like it's a correct call because you're walking into like the flanks. They're gonna be spamming you, but then it's not the best call because they're not gonna use Uber until you're faded at least like 40%. And by the time you reach the front there, you're probably at like 60% Uber already. The pyro just airblasts you back, and then that's like another 10% gone. You're gonna and then your medic has to leave at like 30%. If not, he's gonna get caught.
yeah.
So
Plus, you also
realistically,
said yeah. Plus, you also said what is it? The entire combo. How many people do you have to flash? And then additionally as well, right? You're using an Uber exchange on complete even. Right? They are all up. You're all up. Right? You don't have to go for a push immediately.
so the play here is not actually to go for Uber trade right away because you have to remember third is like one of the hardest positions to push because they have high ground. You're pushing from low ground, which is like really aids to push from. So you the best call you can make here is not for a fast exchange. Is you can go for like ask your pick classes to go for picks. Like it just needs to be one player pick. If the flanks are down, that's free space you can take over, and then you can spam them. If the sniper is down, you can take even like hell. If the sniper is down, you can again push the grass area because now the sniper's not watching you. You can take all that space, and then you can just slowly walk up on them and spam the combo. And then like if you pick the pyro off, if your spy somehow gets the pyro, then you can actually just go for the quick exchange because you're not gonna be air blaster anymore. You know?
You might not even need to go for a pirate demo. You can go for a demo scout even.
Yeah. Because now there's no pyro to kill it. To like air blast you guys.
Yeah. This is a shit ton of damage for free. Like
And then
there's a lot of things to think about.
if the engineer is down, that's like the best, like one of the best things. You can just you can find an angle. Like yeah, you're gonna take a bit of damage, but like that's a free sentry down. Unless like the pyro's like if the pyro's not paying attention. So yeah, there's a lots of things you could do. So spy can go for like the important classes. Sniper can try to win SPS or pick off a important class. Uh, the flanks can try to win the flanks like 2v2. You guys can try to spam the sentry. If sentry goes down, you can push up. Like there are many things that you can go for that doesn't involve you trading it.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be like a 2v2 because again, you're pushing into death flanks. Death flanks are only two people. Right? Because if they send any extra, then they're losing out uh like value from the combo. So so even if the heavy is here, right? You can still send your heavy too. You can clear them out. Hell, you can send the entire combo, clear out the flanks, and then rotate back, right? Because then you have the space, then they have to push back into you to retake.
These are the strategies you're gonna be using even when you're on this side, by the way. So like when you're this side, right, you can't really push into them because they have Uber. So like these are the things you can do to like quote unquote kill time.
Right? Yeah. To make like progress. You can just hold it also because you have more space. You don't have to just push in immediately. You can wait. Hell, even if you want to, right? You can be super aggressive. Let's say if they're like massive this set, then you can just go for like a sack or some shit. Even though it might not be the best, especially in Vigil, it's still an option, right? You have to do something with the time, right? And at the same time, also is that this isn't like a pub where as soon as you get Uber, you have to use it, right? You can hold on to it for a little bit. Hell, you can hold on to it for like as long as you like, as long as there's a reason for you to hold it.
Like I there has been times where I push from first to last point, and I only use Uber once in a round. Like honestly speaking, it was a roll, but like I could have used earlier, but I didn't. Because why? Like for example, first point, the engineer sentry died, so that means we can take second point for free. Second point we got for free. Their combo still like 3 down, so then our combo just walk up to third, and then we like spawn camp them, and then I don't need to use. Then
Yeah.
go to fourth, and then I have Uber. They probably don't.
Yeah, like there are times where you can just dry push. For example, like if you guys are planning to use an Uber, right? But then as soon as you get in, maybe the fucking demo dies. You don't even need to use. You're good. You know, you can just hold the Uber again. There's a lot of things that can go into this, and a lot of like fast decision making that you need to be able to actually be effective in game. You can't stick everything to like, there's not like a formula where, you know, oh, I see what the fuck, I see one thing and then suddenly, like, you know, that's the answer, like this is the only way to deal with it.
Oh yeah, you can't stand on there, by the way. It's
Yeah.
like there's like a barrier that pushes you off. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
It's interesting.
Basically you can think of it as, like, for me, I don't think of it as a formula. It's more of like a flow chart. You know, it's like, to me it's legit just a flow chart. It's sentry up. If sentry up, no peak. If sniper up, no peak. You know, if sniper down, yes peak.
Yeah.
It's legit just a flow chart. It's just it's a yes or no. At
I
least
mean,
that's how it is for me.
yeah, for me personally, I see it as just more of like a you need to be adaptive to the situation. Not so much a flowchart, but thinking about variables and how they can how they can help. For me, it's a bit more straightforward, where it's just what does me doing this achieve, right? Let's say, okay, I go for sniper, right? What happens if I die? Like, am I likely to die? If the answer is yes, then why should I even go for it in the first place? Well, if the sniper dies, let's say on this point, right? If I sacrifice my life, then they get to walk up for free, so it's worth it. But if there's not a high chance of me doing it, then I'll just feed, so it's not worth it. But if I find the opportunity, then like, okay, killing the sniper, what does it achieve? Opening the sideline for my entire team. That's useful, right? But
Wait,
let's
but
say if I sack for like a spy, what's it gonna do? Fucking nothing, right? So yeah, it's like a lot of things that go into it, and you just need to make sure that whatever play you can. For me, like the easiest way to do it is just, if there's a play, if it can be justified by saying what it accomplishes, then that's okay. That's good enough for me already.
but you're a scout player. You use your brain.
Sorry, man.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move to last. Defense is basically the same thing, but like, just you just need to think opposite. You know. So yeah. Let's say again, the basic setup is, the flanks are like at Kachao. The flanks and sniper are at Kachao. Uh, the heavy's watching from like the hill area to the right. Like they actually, he's kind of around there, and like around red room. He's like hovering around that area. Okay. And then the demo and like the demo pyros is like main at the tracks. And then yeah.
And sniper speaking here as well.
Yeah.
What do? How do you take? How would you like to execute this, or what are you looking for to be able to be able to get last? And plus, also, right, just this is your current position, all right? You don't have to stay at the same position. This is where you are currently. So you have control of the child, and and your combo is here and here, right? Heavy's up there, rest of the combo is here with the sniper. Oh, no, sorry, sniper's here, and then flanks are here. Sorry, there's no sniper in mid. What do you choose? What would you like to do?
If possible, uh, soldier spamming rockets from flanks to somehow destroy the sentry and deal damage to the combo.
Oh wait, sorry, my mistake. I was saying the position of you guys on attack. I'm stupid. My bad. Let me clarify again. The enemy demo is like playing on like the left side, like kind of around the area. Yeah. The heavy is playing on the flanks to the right, peeking like from that area here. Yeah, he's just watching from this here. The flanks are also here, and the sniper's like far back by the crates, and the sentry is like on top of the crates. What do?
Get our flanks to contest for the flanks. Our combo goes to red room,
Okay.
and our sniper in the main tries to pick an red sniper and have our engineer build dispenser behind so our sniper can get health and ammo,
Okay.
and have
Where's your sentry, by the way?
our sentry is in the main to
Okay.
take care of to get our sniper safe and have
Okay.
our sniper backs to the wall so he won't get backstab easily.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
that's the setup. Now what?
And try to go for over push if possible if we have ad
but
from
what
the
if you're even?
if it's even, then we wait for them to use and we try to hold as much as possible, and then we use.
What
But
would they
then
use into you?
yeah. They have a level 3 by the way. If you walk into them you die.
Yeah, what would they
uh
use? They're on defense.
I think flank heavy helps with flank, so we can once we get flank, we can try to go for a push.
Okay, yeah, we mentioned earlier the flanks were with the heavy. So like your flanks won't be able to flush them out because of the heavy there as well.
Yeah, but then you sending your own heavy gives you guys a chance, which is
Yeah, so
good.
now you have a chance to win the flanks. So let's say you won the flanks. What do?
Yeah, you have control of Kachana,
um
and you can hold close here as well, right? You already have three
if
players.
if we
We can
somehow
Uber
manage
through
to
mid,
hold
Okay,
to
Uber through
get
main.
flank, then yeah.
and the flank start spamming the sentry and
From where?
from coffee. I think yeah, there. Yeah,
Okay,
start.
but like you're in the sentry's radius. You're gonna get shot. Can you find a better position to stand?
Like yeah, on the cage there. I don't think
You
we
can
get.
stand at Kachao. Why not at Kachao?
Oh yeah, big
Yeah,
the
it's
spam
safer.
there.
You have the medium health pack to your left. They can't chase you because like remember the line. If they walk into you, your combos at main. So they're just gonna die. You already mentioned your combo rotator main. You have the flank control. You can just spam from Kachao.
Yeah, heavy and scout can hold for you here.
All right.
And then but yeah. So what do you gotta trade from main, right?
Yeah. Okay, so wait, so right now that's 3 assets that we've already covered. You still have 6 more players. What do you want to do? They're down 3, by the way. They have no flanks and no heavy.
All right. Get our sniper
Oh yeah, Uber exchange.
to get their sniper
From
and
where?
From where?
from Kachao, and
Uh,
if because get their flank, so we get all our combo.
But the flanks are dead.
Then
Okay, in this scenario, we're assuming we already have flank control. That means we killed their flanks, we killed their heavy.
yeah.
So they're down 3.
So we get our combo to rotate to flanks and push from there.
okay. Now, this is the question that could possibly dismantle your argument. Why?
Um,
What makes flank the superior option?
Should we just like go main? If we go flank, we're just wasting time.
Okay, why? Tell him why would you go main? What's the
Over
reasoning
flank.
behind that?
Yeah. Why over flank? Right?
Just because it's closer and yeah, you can just Uber once you turn around. And
Yeah,
since you're
so
at the
the main factor is time, right? The respawn timer on the players are probably like what 10 plus seconds. If you try to rotate all the way from we already mentioned you guys were from red room, you rotated main already, so that's a couple seconds wasted. Then now you're trying to go from main to flank. By the time you rotate, they're already gonna be respawned. And like if you rotate away from main, then what's gonna happen to the people at Kachao? They're just like if the demo wanted to, they can walk up on your people. If they realize that like you're gone from main, they're gonna walk up on the people at Kachao while you're rotating. Like maybe they won't be able to kill them because they don't have the flanks, right, to chase. But like your flank, but then whoever's at Kachao is gonna be like like very very low.
Or just completely flushed out and then you lose your advantage. Because by
And
the
then
time also you will get the Kachao, right? Sorry to interrupt you, but by the time
yeah,
you get the
it's fine.
Kachao, they will already have their spawners up, by the way.
It's either the spawners are out or close enough. So let's rewind a bit, right? So like what yes said, right? So let's say we're pushing from main. Now instead of going flanks, we push from main. You're down 3. You have your sniper Solly at Kachao, your scout and heavies watching like the like further up on the flanks. And then now what?
We push as soon as we get layer add. The flanks communicate to the combo.
You already have
But you already
the
have to add.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're already down 3.
you can just use to kill sentry.
Okay. You
Push from
kill,
main, you
let's
can
say
use kill sentry.
let's say sentry's down. Then what?
But then we just push.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you push? Who do you push into? Where?
I'll push the card.
Which with Uber?
Who's
No,
who's
no,
pushing the
no.
card? You need to specify. You can't just say push the card. Who's
Um,
pushing what?
we have
Card
scout
engineer.
and engineer push the card, while others go to red spawn and spawn camping them.
Okay, like which spawn? Right, left? Who's going to which spawn? What you guys is
Um,
doing?
the combo will be
Okay, like realistically speaking, you don't need to micromanage every class, but I want to know like how you envision how you guys are gonna push. This is important.
so we are going to spawn camp right and left spawn door,
Okay.
while scout and engineer will push the card.
Okay, when you
Okay.
say we, who do you mean? Who's and also how do you get both of the doors at once? Right? Who's watching what?
We have our demo man plan stickies,
Where?
while on the spawn doors left from the right, the moment will plant stickies. On the left, soldiers will spam rockets.
Okay. That's like what you have. That's your classes. So that your demo man, medic, scout, NG, uh, and soldier. You still have 4 more other classes.
Wait, the
um,
other 4 classes are just like staying in front of Lash Point. Like they can't
Saying
really
what?
like in front of Lash Point, just suppressing the
Okay.
spawn.
yeah,
But like
sniper and spy can push the card together.
yeah.
Why
So
sniper? But why sniper? You already have times 3.
um,
Right? You already have times 3. So if you want your sniper and spy to push card with NG, then that's like what, times 5? You can get rid of 2 or a scout. Who are you gonna get rid of? And also and also think about it. Why would the sniper be playing directly off point? Right? And plus spy also. Spy could be just pushing card at this point, yeah. Okay then. But even then, right? Let's say you but that's like if you manage to do a perfect execute, right? Chances are you're not. So what's going to be happening instead is they're going to still be fighting, but you have the space. You're already pushing up into the area, so you're near the spawn right now, but they're still fighting. Then what do? Right? You haven't driven them all the way out yet. They still have a chance to set cut. They still have a chance to stop you. How are you
if
going to deal
it's
with it?
if it's experienced players, right? They will never like let you go all the way to their spawn. By the way, they will like die. Like they will die trying to like defend their space.
then we might as well Uber push from red room and Uber exchange between demo and pyro.
But you already used the Uber.
You used it earlier when you were walking up into them.
Oh, okay.
Like you popped it once you went around the corner. That's what you mentioned. They have
And
Uber as well, by the way, even though they're down 3.
if
Yeah, if you use
so,
to them, first of all, like how would you even use to them, right? You said you're gonna use for card. Okay, then so you end up pushing this area. So I guess you have control of card now. But then what? Right? Again, let me reiterate what's happening. Okay, they have no gun, but the NG is still alive. They have no flanks, so your heavy is here, your scout is here. Your sniper and soldier are in Kachao, and the entire combo is sitting here. Right? Again, flanks are open, sniper and NG are alive. You guys want to use out around the corner of main.
then we just have our demo just spam the corner.
All right. Okay. Then let's say okay that forces them to use. They use. Now what?
Then we have to use early.
You have to use. You already are using.
So
in the
their
middle
Uber
of
is gonna
Uber.
last longer. You
Yeah.
used earlier.
So then what? What do you do during the Uber? How are you gonna deal with it?
Then we have to somehow back off
Okay.
Even just shoot from behind. He's still in flank.
Yeah. Why would you be? Why would you back off? Right? Why or why not? Right? Why or why not? Why would backing off be a good thing?
because they
Or
are
how could staying be a bad thing?
because they
Right?
are pushing with an Uber and we are in Uber disadvantage.
Okay.
So that's why we need to back off and then build Uber.
But they're gonna
Do Uber
chase.
again? You want Uber again?
Yes, if possible.
You want to get
And
back
if we
Uber,
have time.
like reset, both get Uber again. When they're down 3, they don't have a sentry,
You use into them. You have space, and then
and
you
then like
end.
your flanks are on like the left side right now, or like rather the right side on
Yeah,
Enjaitus POV.
waiting. Yeah, waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
You want to go back and spend another minute?
Then we just have to sack.
Sack.
You want to sack?
But like, okay, they used a bit later. They probably have like what 40% on you, realistically speaking. But
Like
like,
of Uber, not even a charge. Uber, okay.
yeah,
It's gonna be like maybe 10, 20 ad for them.
yeah, their Uber's probably gonna last like maybe 2-3 seconds longer.
If they Uber, then our pyro will need to air blast them, push them.
Okay, good. That was the response I was waiting for. Because like you say back out, but how are you gonna back out? They're gonna be chasing you, obviously. So you air blast them. You keep, let's say you keep them away for 2-3 seconds. Uber faded. Now they're all the way inside. Like what? They're all the way in your space, and like you guys are even. Like nobody has Uber anymore.
Yeah, I'm post now.
This
Then
is post
Alright.
Uber. How
yeah.
you gonna play it?
Then we have uh, the the whole combo push main and scout and engineer pushing the card.
Okay, how does Scout push card? He's in flank.
Then
How do you
if
push main? They're in main. Right? You are currently pushing main.
Remember, we already mentioned that your scout heavy is holding the flanks, your soldiers at Kachao, your snipers Kachao.
then we get our engineer to push the card and
How's he pushing card though? The combo is right in front. Your combo is right in front as well. You're fighting
Like
each
post
other.
Uber, they used in okay. Okay, so let me summarize, right? What happened was so this is the situation, right? You managed to flush out the flanks, you killed 3 of them, you killed their soldier, scout, and heavy. Your scout and heavy is holding the flanks right now. Your
Soldier and
soldier
sniper kill gun.
snipers at Kachao.
Kill gun.
And like yeah, you killed gun already. You used Uber into them, and then they help you force them. They Uber back into you. They have 2-3 seconds Uber at, and then they chase you all the way, right? Because your Uber's gonna fade. You end somewhere around where Enjaitus is. Your pyro denied them, like airblast them back, and now both of your Ubers faded. This is the situation now. What are you gonna do?
Heavy scout and what's it called? Soldier. They just focus on the enemy combo since they pushed so far. They extended.
Alright, nice.
Alright,
That's the
okay.
call I was waiting.
Okay, that's
So
that's one good option. But okay, so let's say you want to fight them, right? How? How are you gonna help? What do you do? As a heavy, what do you do? Do you just spam from here? You go over here even? Right? Like who do you when you want to kill the other team, who do you shoot? If you want to fight their combo, how many people are there? 3 people. 3 people. There is the demo, the medic, and the pyro. Additionally, as well, you still need to remember that the NG and their sniper is alive here. Plus, your as a soldier is here. How do you want to contest? Do you want to just spam the combo? Do you want to maybe jump them? Or are you gonna like lock them out with spam? Or are you gonna jump the NG and the sniper? What's the plan? What else is the scout gonna do?
think about the classes you have and where they are standing. Which one will be most effective to do what? And again, let me remind you that like you won't need to call this exactly like what class do what, but it's important like
They
so
know
that
what they're
everyone
doing.
here understands what their class are gonna do.
Yeah. Like, you're not gonna be calling this in game, but I want this to be very clear, right? All of you, to have the proper fundamentals, every single one of the players in your team should know exactly what classes should be doing what at what time. All right. It doesn't mean that you need to know exactly what they're doing in game, but you need to understand their roles and understand your role.
So I know you've been stuck here for a bit. So here, let me tell you how I would do this. Okay. The soldiers already at Kachao, right? Yeah, the combos only like what the demo, pyro, and medic because they Uber exchange.
And
The
they're like right
pyro's
here.
gonna be looking in front. Like honestly speaking, the pyro's gonna be looking at the demo man. He's going to try a WM1. The demos also probably looking in front. Nobody's probably looking at at Kachao right now. Okay, even if they are, if they look at you, if you can get them to look at you, your combo can kill them. If they look at your combo, you can go for their medic or like demo or pyro. That's what Solly should be doing here. Then your flanks, right? You already have the flanks flanks control, right? Your scout and heavies here. We already mentioned that the only one staying back is the engineer and sniper. So why not just go for them? There's no sentry. Your scout can go and kill the engineer, and then after that go kill the sniper. Your heavy can support.
Boom. Yeah.
And then that's it. But then
And it,
you have to take note. You guys went to Uber exchange, right? Your Uber's lasting maybe like what 7 seconds plus. If this is considering a perfect execution, by the time you finish killing the combo and you finish killing the engineer and sniper, their flanks should be respawning. Like that's the best case scenario. Most of the time, while you're Uber trading, their flanks and heavies respawning already. And then what? So
yeah.
now let's assume that best case scenario. Okay, actually no, let's assume like a realistic scenario, right? You just killed their combo, your scout and heavies like collapsing on the flanks, and their scout, soldier, and heavy spawning now.
Yeah, they just spawn. What should you look out for? What do you expect?
So the enemy's combo's dead. Right?
Yeah, enemy combo's dead now. Engineer, sniper, scout, soldier, and heavy's alive. And spy.
Oh, we just pushed them because you have player ad. Our combo's still alive, right?
Yeah? But
Yeah,
what
how
do
are
you
you
mean
gonna
by just
push?
push? Yeah.
What does that mean?
We just pushed through main again.
Push to main. You already pushed to main. You're here now.
So yeah, the combo's dead, you're pushing up already.
Yeah. Push where? Right, through main? Okay, then through main to do what? What's it gonna accomplish?
Already there, so NG and Scout just NG push the card. Yes.
Okay. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to protect them?
We spawn camping them.
How are you gonna spawn camp them if they already have spawners up now? The flanks already spawned. How are you gonna deal with them?
Combo just stay nearby card.
So you wanna all bunch up a card.
No.
Stay around the card.
How do you stay around the card then? Where are you gonna stand?
Like on the beside the crates where the NG put the sentry.
Yeah. Okay then. What happens if they go to the right side? And they go around you? Then what?
The flank's supposed to be watching the place.
The thing's supposed to be watching the place. The hit your soldier was just here to help kill to just help to kill the combo. And your heavy is the only one there because you told your scout to rotate. The scout rotated now. It's just a heavy.
The scouts pushing the card. It's just
Yeah.
a heavy on the side.
Yeah, it's a 3v1. What are they gonna do?
Um,
Scout doesn't help push card, but instead spy.
Okay, then spy's pushing cut. So scout is supposed. So okay, then I understand that. But still, it's just a scout and a heavy versus scout heavy soldier. Your soldier your soldier is still rotating. What do? How?
There's a really simple solution to this. Like, it's not even about rotating.
Have
Like
our
like okay,
our combo team deal with the flanks.
okay. That was okay. That's like half the answer I was looking for. Yeah. So here, let me explain. Right, the left and right spawn right are not that far from each other. If the demo stands on like at where like for example around the sentry area, right, he can lock both of the places out. Obviously, you can't look at two places at once, but all your heavy needs to do is call the flanks are pushing out the right spawn or like left spawn from from your perspective, right? And then all your demo needs to do is he doesn't really need to rotate. He just looks to the left and shoots a couple stickies there. Like I, like now is not an issue of where you should be rotating. Now it's an issue of communication. You call they're on they're rotating out from left, and the demo just looks left, and then that's it. That's done deal because they can't walk out because the stick is there. You could get your scout rotate as well. Then it becomes a heavy demo scout versus a scout soldier heavy.
In a choke point as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I want to mention this real quick, right? It's a detail that that none of us has mentioned, but it's something that's incredibly important, right? Nobody has called out who's shooting who or if there's focus fire. The only thing that you guys said was you kill the gun, right? You shoot the gun specifically, right? We gave you the leeway of okay, so you fight blanks together, you win, but we never said how, right? There are a million ways that you guys could have gone through. Maybe for example your soldier instigates, right? But like spamming this point while your heavy is sitting back here and hit glitching, or like even just spamming from the back, right? Then once they have to give up space, your scout busts through and follows up on the damage. That could be one
And
way.
this is literally assuming that you guys play it perfectly and no one dies when you're pushing this. You need
Yeah,
to take like my rule of thumb is you need to take fights that is advantageous for you. If you're at this head, like you know the other player's DM is better than you, or like they have the numbers advantage, then I wouldn't push that.
yeah, you gotta fight on your terms. The entire point of offense is to look for something that will give you the advantage to go in. Right? The entire time I've noticed you guys just say, okay, then we go in and we use, right? But then there's a lot of stuff missing. The idea is like somewhat there, but there's a lot of things that are not like uh being mentioned that make up that idea. And I think that is very important for you guys to start to like try and develop this understanding of why something is useful, right? Just because you know what to do doesn't mean you know why it's good. And that's the biggest thing as well, right? If you know what generally you're supposed to be doing in a vacuum, it's not going to be useful almost at all in actual game. It's very important for you guys to like learn that and make sure that okay, this is what like this is how we're going to be doing this, or like this is why this is good. And you also need to be ready for what happens if you guys mess up or if something happens. Let's say maybe your soldier dies and it's just your heavy and your scout. Then what? How are you going to do with the gun, right? But you have space. You have space on flank now. So what's that? What's that going to do? You still have options, right? Your sniper still has Kachao. He can lock down this side, right? He can lock down here. Plus your scout and heavy are here. They can still do something. Maybe what you can do is you can get them to do something so that they have to look at they have to look through the flanks. Then you guys can just use around the corner, either force them or go for the gun. Right? Your sniper is still alive as well. He can help with posts.
So like this is the level, like okay, everything we're saying here now is like what we expect, right? This is like the kind of thing you would expect from like a silver play. Silver, it'll probably be like they try to execute it, but then they die in like the DM. The plat players will probably do it, and then if they realize they're losing, they'll do something else.
Holy shit.
So this is the difference between all the divisions. The plat players will find a way to adjust if it doesn't work out. The silver players will probably try to do it and like try to brute force it. If it doesn't work, then they kind of just die. And then the steel players they just don't know the strategies, and then they will just like all bunch up main and push up and die. So this is the difference. Like all the time, or like us being able like to remember all the different positions of the classes, right? Realistically speaking, you don't even need to do that. You just need to focus on your class and what are the call out important to you. for me as a medic, right, the important callouts are where the sniper are and where's the sentry, and also maybe spy. I don't
And then
really
you-
need to care
yeah.
about everyone else.
And then for the combo, you just need to know where you're pushing and who you want to kill. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
The only
that's the calls that
reason
are
why
important to you.
the only reason why we know all the classes is that's because that's kind of you're kind of expected at a higher level, because you need to know like where everyone is and who can hurt you.
Yeah, what are the roles? Like the biggest difference, honestly, I would say is just how strong the fundamental understanding of things are. Because once you have that good foundation to work off of, the faster you can just play off of it, right? The faster you can actually like process and make decisions off of what's happening. You know, like how do you pick fights, when to leave, how do you back out, right? Where do you back out from? Who's watching, right? Like who can catch you, who's gonna chase, what should you expect for the timings, right? If you see a spy on product like decloaking at Valley, you can expect him to come from China or Cliff. How many seconds would it take? Maybe 3. You know, you can call it out to the team. Maybe like spy could be coming in China.
All right, see
Yeah.
ya, see ya. Yes, he said you have to go. Bye,
Bye.
man.
All right then. See ya.
We're just concluding, okay? So don't worry
Yeah.
too much if you need to go.
Okay.
Just take like, you need to like, okay, take me for example, right? I am like a medic one trick. Okay, like honestly speaking, I'm a medic one trick. I can barely play the other classes well. Most of you, if not like most of you, can probably win me in a 1v1 like MG of any class. That's how bad I am at DM. Okay, but the reason why I'm still accepted in like silver mixes on other classes is because I know how the other class work. Like maybe if you're a competent scout, right, maybe you can take the 1v2 on flanks. Scout versus one scout versus two the scout solid, right? But I'm not a good scout. I would probably lose. So I wouldn't take that fight. I would just probably call out, yo, there's a scout solid on flank. I need help. I'm not that good. And like nobody will question me. They won't be like, oh, why the fuck are you so dog shit? They'll just be like, okay. And then someone will come and help me. I don't take fights that I can't win. I know my limits. That's how I function as a class. Even though I can't play scout that well, even though I can't aim that well, I still know what I have to do, and that's how I still manage to survive.
Yeah. I mean, for me, even like I'm pretty much a scout one trick because of the fact that I don't have a lot of like time playing the game. So my mechanics on like every class besides scout aren't really as great. But like the thing is, I can still do all the things I need to do with scout and understand what everybody else is doing. And like the way my play style is just that I'm highly adaptive, so I do what the team needs at what time. So if they need me to play more defensive or hover around combo, then I can do that. If they need me to like rotate the flanks and focus on just holding it down, I can. If I need to be aggressive, I can do that as well, right? Like I pay attention to what's going on, and just like the reason why I'm still able to like actually do stuff is because of the fact that I know what I need to do at what times. My like mechanics can only carry you so far. And even though I would say I have pretty good mechanics, like I'm still not gonna go for like a stupid fight that I know I won't win. Because like no matter how good you are, you still are not gonna be able to like 1v9,
Okay,
right?
okay. I'm just like tweak what Jaita said, right? It's not that mechanics can't carry you that far. Is that like positioning and knowing what your class can do will be able to boost you like much faster than training your DM, because like training your DM requires like hours of everyday just MGE practicing your aim. You can't slack off because you'll just get worse, whereas like Maptalk, you just need to learn it one and done, and then you just practice it so that you can like apply it, and then you'll be able to like get better at it. It basically requires less effort than training your DM. Like for example, like you guys know, I don't think you guys know Shell, but Shell is like the best sixes team in Asia. And like when they went overseas to like play in other countries like cups and stuff, right? At first they didn't know, like for example, the EU NA strats, and they got completely shitstormed in like the first round. But then they started coming back purely on the fact that they have great DM and team coordination. The great DM carried them, and then they learned their strategies, and then after they learned the EU strats, then they completely like managed to like get top 3 or something like that. Point is, you guys they have DM, so they can just kind of brute force with DM, and then maybe learn the strats later. At the moment, you guys don't really have both, and it's much easier to train like positioning and map talk than your DM at the moment.
Yeah. I mean like when I say DMs can only get you so far, just pure mechanics, is like if you know jack shit about like how you're supposed to be playing the game, it doesn't matter. You could have the best aim in the world, but if you're as a sniper, but if you position like dog shit, you would just die. You can get caught out by anybody. A soldier could kill you. You could get picked up by a sniper while you're not looking. You could get killed by a spy because you have no awareness. You could get caught out by a scout. You could walk. You could eat spam and die. There's so many things. Even if a sniper doesn't have that great of aim, but they have excellent mechanics, coordination, timing, and peaking mechanics, you lose because
I-
that you can just play off of your weaknesses and know how to deal with you.
I still don't think you guys understand the importance of knowing what your role is, because I kind of see you guys in like a team channel talking about MGing like every other day, you know, like sorry, not every other day, but like I always see people asking for MGA in the chat, which is not wrong, but I think the main priority right now is map talks and understanding your role, not MGA, because I'm gonna say this once, and you guys need to like listen really, like you guys need to like etch this into your soul. Okay, you don't need to have good DM to win steal. You just need to be a good team.
Yep.
That's it. It's steal is not about who has the better. You okay? There are two ways you can win, which is number one is through the better DMs, and number two is through coordination.
Wait,
Even if the enemy team has a better DM, you can
wait,
still win by being a better team. That's
wait.
why mixed teams can lose, because mixed teams, even though like they get like all the players to join, right, they can still lose because they don't have the chemistry, or rather like they don't like play together often. Whereas teams are teams because they play together a lot. They have the team chemistry, and they have just experience working with each other's playstyle. So yeah. Any questions before we go?
Yeah, I understand this a lot, so I'm gonna just like do visual only because I think we covered a lot more than just like the map specifically, and I think we should give you some time to sit on it. So we can do like Womtic or like any other map another day. But just for now, right, I'll let you guys sit on this. If you have any questions, anything to clarify, please feel free to ask because yeah,
And
yeah,
I think this is what we're gonna, maybe like moving forward, maybe this is what me and Enjaitus are gonna focus more on. It's instead of like not only on top of map talks, we're gonna focus on situations. We're gonna give you guys situations,
Oh,
and
shit.
you should be able to tell us what your like this time we only really asked the main caller because it was like impromptu. From I would think for future reference, we're gonna get like the each class to tell us what you're gonna do.
yeah. And also hopefully for you guys to be able to learn how to coordinate with each other as well and to know how to like effectively make calls. Okay. So yeah. And also how to like process information. We'll get to that in time, so don't worry. But yeah, I think we're gonna try and switch up our approach, and you guys should also try and do the same. Where, instead of trying to focus so much about just the maps or like doing demo reviews, right? Let's just like try to learn what you should be doing in the first place, because
Because
those
like
carry over to every map.
yeah, because like honestly speaking, I know players, or rather we have I play with players sometimes that like just don't know the map. Like none of us know the map, right? But we're still able to play it. You know, obviously we're not in the most optimal positions. Maybe because we don't know like a better position, but then like we know our fundamentals well to know whether if it's an okay spot. You know.
Yeah, I mean, unless the map is just like fucking awful,
Yeah, like
like
if
hydroplanet
it's
or
like
something.
steel, like for example, let's say it's steel, right? You guys know how awful steel is, right? Like that map is like horrendous, right?
Yeah, at least for like because of how just fundamentally different it is. I mean, for me personally, I fucking love Steel. But like the thing is, no one is gonna know how to play Steel because of how different the layout is. But the thing is, the maps like that are not as common, right? Because if let's say you look at like Upwind and Badwater, Swiftwater even, right? They can all pretty much carry over, like with the basic fundamentals. Maybe besides like Swiftwater second.
Like all the payloads, all the push, the style, like how you should play, like each payload map kind of carries over. It's kind of like at first point you try to force the sniper, or like if there's a sentry up forward, you try to like shoot it. If not, they'll probably back out. Most first points are usually like that,
And then
or
yeah,
like yeah. Then
and then
pushing
like
to
you go for a sorry, but yeah, you also go for a. And also the thing is like since it's just the beginning, you try to get an advantage and immediately off of that go for an Uber exchange, right? Because you just need to go forward.
Yeah.
There's no reason to not do it, right?
It's
So
basically
yeah,
the same way.
it works, and then like the only slight differences, for example, in Vigil, instead of doing that, they give up first easier, right? Or like the ways that you set up could be slightly different. Well, like here maybe the heavy, since like there's like two possible flank options. Heavy is not as close to combo, and sniper is actually like more aggressive here. But the fundamentals are still there. Like sniper is locking out main long sidelines. Soldier demo is locking out mid range and trapping out the areas. Flanks are playing in alternate areas, typically more choky or like just further away from the main areas that you're going through. Like engineer is like putting a gun for a place for the combo to back out in where it's still safer, and also to watch point, like to deny whoever's like pushing, like the fundamentals are all there. Like even during Uber exchanges, the ideas are still the same. Where like defensive Uber like Pyro demo, right? Pyro is gonna be the one more forward, try and not focusing on pushing them off the point, but keeping them back so that they don't get as much space. Instead of, let's say, if you're playing like if let's say like you're on cough or something, right? And you go for a demo Pyro Uber to like take point, the pyro's like idea behind reflecting is to push them off a point to get space, instead of the opposite where you just want to keep them back because then you're playing safer, right? It's things
Also,
like
I think I appreciate how hard you guys are working by like going to casual and like calming and stuff like that, right? But I honestly think it's better if you guys can try to find mixers to sign up. Okay, like okay, I understand there isn't a lot of mixers that come up, but whenever there is, try to at least try to join. If they don't allow you, then it's whatever. But at least you try it, because
yeah
coming in in casual versus coming with like with 8 other people is a whole different experience. It's really just like you come with because like even as a combo, right, I will be coming with like everyone, you know. As a medic, I'm coming with my spy to check the medic's Uber percentage. I'm coming for like the sniper's position. I'm coming for like many other things, you know. So it's kind of like rough if you're just gonna come with like your combo in casual, because that means your others are also not getting practice.
yeah and plus also just honestly, right, calming and casual is just not the same because the things you're calling out isn't the same as well, right?
Yeah.
Like in Highlander there's not going to be two medics, right? And you're not going to be counting for two medics in like Uber. You're not going to be worrying about that kind of stuff, and the other players also aren't worrying. The dynamic and what you're looking out for is completely different.
Realistically, like the calls you're probably gonna make in casual, it's like um yo yo demo, there's a spy behind you, or like yo demo, there's a scout on you, yo demo, there's a soldier on you, or like it's not gonna be like yo demo, there's a scout and soldier on the flanks, or like buy time now, you know. You're not gonna get to do those kind of calls. It's just you're basically just calling for some players on you, which is like, yeah, you're training reflexes, but like all the other important calls are like missed out. And like I really do think that the reason why you guys aren't calming that well, it's not from a lack of not trying, you know. It's more of you guys don't have a reference for how calm should be like. So like that's why it's better to join with mixers with like some experienced players, and then like you'll be able to learn how they calm.
Yeah, I think you guys have like the right intention but the wrong idea.
Yeah. Like hell, like you know what I used to do when I try to learn sixes? I would go to like diff 1, I would go to diff 1 mixers, I joined the VC, and then I went to spec, and then I see how it plays out.
Yeah, I used to do that a little bit as well
And
when
then
I was like,
and then I took it to another level after I was watching for a bit. I went to ask the different players after the mix why they made a certain decision. Most of the time the reasons were, oh, because I thought it was funny. But like there are occasional times where there's an actual valid reason. And like yeah, like obviously this is kind of overkill, but like I wanted to get better, so that's what I did.
mhm.
And like honestly speaking, it's really not that hard to get better. Like I don't think my DM has improved that much since like the 2 years I've played comp, and but yet like I like to think I'm like at least semi competent between silver and plat if Enjaitus can justify, you know. I
Yeah,
mean
I'd say
testify.
so. I'd
I'm
say
somewhere
so.
around silver plat, you
Yeah,
know, and
and I
it's
was yeah, I'll also mention that I was also pretty new, but I was in the scene slightly before Debbie joined, and I saw him like being a fresh meat as well. So like yeah, he still like manages to improve, and he actually is a lot more confident than he used to be. You know,
Yeah,
just
like
like by playing and doing the things that he
do,
did.
do you know how I I'll tell you guys a story, right? Okay, you can leave if you need, but like this is legit just extra time. We're done with everything today. When I was a fresh meat, right? When I first came, my first map was on payload with plat players. Okay, it was a pug. So pug like back then, like when the server was more active, right? We had like 18 people would sign up, and then after that we'll go into a pug, and then we will just like roll, and then
Oh,
after that like
fresh.
there'll be,
Okay.
yeah, so there'll be two captains, and then you'll start picking players from spec. So I when I first began, right, all I did was once I was picked on a team, I told them, yo guys, I am very new. This is my first comp match, so please tell me what to do. I don't know anything. Uh, and yeah, sorry if I play bad. That was like the first thing I said. But then what separated me from others was that I didn't like just go mute and then just do stupid things. Yeah, I didn't play like casual. I knew that the game mode was different from casual, so I needed to play differently. And the best piece of advice I got when I started out was just follow what the experienced players say. That's it. And then all I did was when they told me to do something, I would go there. If they're using callouts that I've never heard before because I'm new, right? I would just ask them, sorry, I don't know where that is. Can you like tell me where, can you describe? And then they'll just say, oh, follow this class, or like it's beneath that building. And that's how I was able to play, even though I didn't know any comms, even though I didn't know anything about competitive. Yeah, I played bad, but it was better than what most people were, most new players was doing, because I just listened.
Hmm.
And then like from there, like after the mix, after the park, I just asked some questions like, wait, why were we doing this? Why were you doing that? And then after I understand the reasoning behind, I was able to like better perform. It's all about understanding. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hell, like I'm pretty sure I can say pretty confidently that I probably have the least amount of hours and experience out of anybody in the server. Maybe the exception of Sleepy, but like the thing is, the way I got into TF2 was because a friend asked me to join like a HL team. So this was my first time playing an FPS, and also my first time playing like TF2, and I went straight to Highlander. But like even then, right, with the amount of time and experience I have, I'm still able to like be, I would also say, like a pretty competent player, and like still able to perform and do things at like, you know, do what is needed of me. Like I wouldn't say I'm the
Wait,
best player by any means, but like I'm still able to at least like do my job and like understand what needs to be done.
what's your
So
team name? I'm gonna check your hours.
mine is
Yeah,
98931279791.
9831.
No, 98931279791.
9893. Oh yeah, I have you. I thought I didn't have you added. Lol.
Oh no, I do. I have you added.
Oh yeah, he has 1.8k hours, by the way. I have for me I have I think I have like almost 3k. But like, okay, 3k, you have to understand, with those 3k hours, right? I spent like, I think 700 hours in jailbreak, and then I spent like another 1k hours playing casual.
Yeah, I probably spent like a couple hundred, maybe like 300 even playing fucking trade. I didn't even
Oh,
trade. I had nothing.
you know, like I'm pretty sure half my hours, like at least like a good 1.5. I was playing jailbreak, I was playing death run, and then I just went into trade server, so I just sat there, and then I would sell like my one scrap items.
Yeah, but like I mean, even then, right, with the amount of experience we have, it's still like
Yeah,
pretty easy. Or no, I wouldn't say easy, but it's still doable. Like it's possible. It's very
yeah.
possible to like become like at least good at the game.
I've seen players with like 800 hours pop off in like comp. Obviously, those are rare, but like they do really pop off. Some of them they have great DM. Others they just are very good listeners.
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously, it's not. We don't need to expect for you guys to just become like fucking gods overnight or anything, or like just because maybe you play casual and like fucking 10,000 hours. Like, everybody still starts at one point. Like, my soldier for the guy, the team I play in, like Mackie, has like 9,000 hours, but he only played like casual and stuff. But like, so even though he had good mechanics and he's good at jumping and stuff, he was like fucking clueless at the start. But like super quickly also he was still able to like learn how to play the game and everything, even though he was like had like a really rough start. Same thing for me, like Sleepy, like the person who asked me to join the guy. He was one of the first people I played my first match ever in Highlander in, and like we did not know what the fuck we were doing, but like I mean he's like fucking cracked now, You know.
Just like legit, just point is, if you're not sure why something is happening, you ask. If you're not sure what to do, you ask. Doesn't matter where, you just need to have thick skin and just ask the people in your VC, what the hell am I supposed to do? Because there have been times I'm also lost, you know? And I just say, yo guys, I'm fucking lost. Can you tell me what to do?
Yeah, you know, you just like ask, what's the plan? You know, anybody know what we should do? Just like it's
Yeah.
fine. Same thing, and something I'll ask, right? And please, you guys can relay this to the rest of the team, right? When I am giving a map talk or I'm helping you guys at all or anything, right? Like if you have a question, ask it. I mean, I'm not asking you to interrupt me, but if you have something, please do it, okay? Like when people stay silent, right? I actually get sad because I'm like, are these people just not listening? You know? Like it's very important, like that, you know, you guys actually ask the questions and stuff because I hope that you do. It's so much easier for us to, like, do our job as well because then we can actually understand what we need to tell you.
I really rather like we are dumping a lot of information, right? But like we're telling all of this to you, we're not telling you to like memorize every single thing. It's just what we're giving you is examples, and you don't need to remember those examples because those examples will come about when you play the game. That's the point of playing. See, like we dumped a lot of information, but really, honestly, you just need to take away what's important to your class. You don't need to take in everything. Eventually, like you have to understand, this is like the roadmap, right? The roadmap is you learn about your class. Then after you learn about your class, then you learn about how your class works with other classes, and then eventually you'll learn how every class works. So this is the progression. You just need to take up what's important to your class. You can kind of just zone out everything that like not important for now. Like if you realize like when we did a map talk, it's a lot of examples because that's the only way we can teach you, because TF like comp is a lot of like it's very volatile, so we can only give you examples. So your main takeaway shouldn't be, oh, in this scenario I should do this. It should be, why are we doing this in this scenario? And that's what I think you guys should focusing on. I think like a lot of you guys are muted because like you're taking down notes, but like really, you just need to understand why. Like just get the why. Like if I'm taking down notes from what Enjaitus is saying, I would say first point we push up. Why? I'll put there because sniper is down or sentry is back. Then I'll move on to the next point already. That's it.
You don't need to worry about exactly what happening, just why.
Yeah.
Understanding the reason is much better because then you know
It's
what to
kind
look
of
out
like
for in game.
like I said, like for me it's like a flow chart. I have conditions before I do things. My condition is that sniper is down, then like I will walk past first point. My condition is like the flanks are clear, then I will start walking out. So once the conditions are met, then I walk out. If they're not, then I tell my team, yo, flanks is still not clear. I can't walk out, if not I'll die. And like that's how like the game works for me. It's a lot of like if this is done, what can I do? If it's not, what can I not do? And yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
okay,
You
yeah.
wanna play Roblox?
Fuck it, yeah, let's go.
Let's go bully some kids.
All right, I'll see you guys. If you guys have anything else, please just like DM or something. But don't DM me at like 4 a.m.
Oh no,
Right.
DM him at 4 a.m. He doesn't have a
Uh,
life.
okay, if you DM me at 4 a.m., like I probably won't reply.
He'll probably like reply the next day, but it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah,
Thanks,
that's that.
man.
All
Right.
right. If any questions, just
Thanks.
ask. You need clarifications, you know. Blah, 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 blah. That's it.
You want to move to
Yeah.
anywhere, or you don't
Yeah,
mind staying here?
up to you.
Okay, because I kind of left ASD by accident.
Oh, all good.
Yeah, because I blocked. I think I told you already. I blocked Typhon.
Oh,
Yeah, we were playing fucking League together, and then he pissed me off.
oh
Like,
my god. Of course, it's League that got.
no, bro,
Bruh.
you don't understand. He was so fucked because like okay, because here's the thing, right? Ifan used to be challenger in League. You know what challenger is, right?
Yeah, yeah.